Nadi Musiani Shikro mute.
Hi, we are live. We are live. We are live. I'm sorry for that noise. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for choosing to watch this video. My videos, if you're new here, this is Betty AZ. Welcome to Betty AZ YouTube family. I really do appreciate you guys for your continued support, and I don't take it for granted. And I really want to thank you so much for support towards Alice. We've been coming out here. We've been, she's been coming out here, Alice and her husband, Amos, sharing what's going on. Let me tell you guys, a lot of times people say, oh, afadhali kunyamaza, siamu sitisomo, it's always like that, for those people who don't understand that French, siamu means whatever happens in the family is supposed to be all private. But it gets to a point where it gets too much, you're like, you know what, this is too much. I need to speak up, otherwise unaweza kufa na stress zako hapo kinyamaza. So the best thing nowadays is to come out and talk, share, because the minute you share, you realize you're not the only person who is going through it. You realize there are so many people, there are so many other people who are going through the same kind of issue. So the reason why Amos and Alice are coming out here, they don't come here to tarnish the family name. They don't come here because they have nothing else to do. They come out here to talk and to share what they have been going through and what they have really tried to solve. But it got to a point where it's about time for them to speak up so that it can be known out there, because wakinyamaza, they see their names on TVs, they see their names on media, mara sijui wako na hii, mara wako na court case, mara wako na warrant of arrest, and when it gets to that point, they have to come out and clear their name. And I don't want to say so much. Let me welcome my guests. Welcome, my dear friends. Karibuni sana.
Hi, Betty. Hi.
Hi. Thank you. Hi, how are you?
Hey,
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. We are here again. Yes. Yeah, we thank God for this day. Yeah. So
you guys are welcome to the channel, and we love you on this channel. Even Betty Peep family, we all love you guys.
Thank you for the love and support. We don't take nothing for granted. Anything we get right now, we'll take. We'll take and keep.
Thank you so much. It's another day. This is the third, I call it, is it like the third series?
The third segment.
The third segment.
Yes.
And there's a lot that we have encountered within the last 2 years or so. So at this point, it looks like a movie or a video that can put you to sleep at some point. But just bear with us. We have been through so much. We have been put into places that we never thought ever in our lives that we would be in. We have had so much, and all these, I can say, has been caused by the family. As Betty said, we say shiamushiti shomo, but I think neshikinyete hado shigatuika shomo, because everybody need to hear this. And otoria kwera like anything like this could happen to anybody. We are not bad people. I can say that. We are going through what we are going through because of jealousness and hatred from the family. So if only, I always say, and I'm going to repeat this here again, if only 2021, when I went to Kenya for the second time after about over 20 years, I went to Kenya. For the second time, my mother opened the door for me. All these could have been resolved. Because when I went there, I was going there to talk to her, about my family, my relationship, and the most important, my property. But when I got there, it was a disappointment. My mother rejected me, and I'm saying this out of honor. She's my mother, but if she only opened the door for me and listened to me, this could not have happened. Come to realize what I wanted to talk to her had already been done almost 5 years ago.
3 years. 3 years prior.
3 years ago.
Prior.
So my title had already been transferred to somebody else. And the message I got was that I sold my property to my brother, which I did not believe because I had not done that. I am not crazy to sell my property and then come around crying that I did not sell the property. It's not a 2,000 shilling property. It's not 100,000 property. It's not even a million. It's millions worth property that I'm fighting for. And it's mine. It's not a family property. It's not an inheritance. It's my own blood and sweat that I worked so many years and came up or put it together. So at this point, I want to say thank you to everybody. We have received multiple comments. We've been going through the comments. We have received thousands and thousands of comments, and we are going through them. And they are very encouraging. We are hearing people, we are receiving calls from people who have been going through a lot like we do. So we are here to speak for people and even to let people know when they're in diaspora that you don't have to trust anybody for anything that you're doing. Sometimes you have fallen short, knowing that, or rather knew that, or the only person you can trust is God and your mother for the first time. But I want to assure you that right now, the only person you can trust is only God. Because even your mother, even your family, your brothers, your sisters can disappoint you. They can fail you. They can reject you. I am talking out of rejection. After helping my family for so many years, I built my property over 10 years ago, or now is almost 15 years. And I helped my mother. When there were crashes in Moro, 2007, they did not have anywhere to go. They went or ran away and had a shelter in my property. And that's where they started living for many years. The property was completed. My mother was a caretaker. My brother was the first person who was put over there as on the title because I could not go back to Kenya then. His name is Sami.
Someone in
Juguna. And you know very well what you did. After a few years, he took a loan. He took a loan. He could not pay. I received a call from Kenya, Molo. Somebody from Molo, his name is Charles Moriah, the same person who is going through so much because of being a friend to me, that my property is on sale or it's on auction. I had to pay the money, which was a lot of money then. I talked to my mother. I told her, and we agreed she need to put her name on the title so this does not happen again. Until when God will open doors for me, I'll go back home and change to my name. Did it happen? No, it did not happen. I went to another brother. His name is Martin Jenga. The same thing happened. He took a loan. I didn't even know he had a loan until now, the other day, when all this is happening, we were able to find out that there was a loan that was taken and nobody told me. Nobody told me about the loan, but they were paying out of the rent. What they were getting, that's what they were paying. There are 34 apartments, all complete, all complete. Was I getting any money out of it? No, because that was my mother and I trusted her 110%, 110%. That's how I trusted my mother. Then God opened door for me 2019, I went to Kenya after 20-something years after. You know, those people who are in diaspora, when you go to Kenya for the first time, after 20 years, actually, after half of my life, I was here in America. I could not do anything. Over there, everything has changed. So what did I do? I was not able to do any transaction, but I still trusted that my mother, my property is still on my mother's name. Even my children were so happy to see what their mother had done because they know their mother had invested in Kenya. We even had a name. We had come up with a name with my children that they're going to be called Matrod Apartments. Matrod Square Apartments. That's the name we have, and it's still the Matrod Square. Meaning my children, I have a Max, I have a Troy, and D squared, I have a Daisy and Desiree. That's the name, and my children know that. And they were so happy to be there. They were so happy to see it. Little did I know, after I came back, I was going to make a plan to go back there and do now the change, be ready, take the KRA number, get everything situated, open an account, so that when I go there, I'll go purposely for that business transaction to be done. 2024, or rather, let me go back a little bit. 2021, I started a relationship. I was single for many years, for those people who know my life. And me being single, a lot happened that caused me to be single. I raised my children, and I was there. And when I say a lot happened that was caused by my family. Caused by my family. Caused by my sisters. Caused by my sisters. When I add or do the way you can add 1 and 1, bring the dots together, a lot happened. I was very naive. I loved my family, but they know what they did to me. I have spoken before. I have spoken about my sister in America. There is a sister in Kenya. And all that I knew. I have been quiet. I put everything, I slide everything under the carpet. And those are the things that I thought I would die with. But a point has come that I need to speak up. I am not going to die with any secret in my heart. Nitaongea saa hizi, nitoke. I'm not going to speak about my mother. She knows what she told me about my ex-husband. She knows what she told me while she was here in America, living with me. I'm not going to talk about that for now. But I want to tell them they really broke my heart. If it wasn't for them, I don't know, but I believe everything happens with a reason. That's why I'm here today with this relationship that I started 2021. I was doing okay. I was working hard. I was raising my children. The only thing that was missing in my life, and I was praying God for, is for a partner. And when I got a partner, that's when everything changed. Why? Because they were all jealous. I was single. I chose somebody who was single. I don't know where their issue came from. One of my sisters told me, out of many words I will never forget, that my ex-husband, who put me through so much, was better 10 times than the man I have today. But my biggest question is, how would you know who is a good man to anybody? How do you gauge a good man? How do you gauge somebody's relationship or somebody's ex-husband with a new relationship? Unless you know that man and you know what you had done with that man, then that's why you had the audacity and the guts of telling me those words. The same people, one of them told me, I am too old to get married. She told me, women of my age don't get married. But then my question was, how old am I not to have a partner? How old am I to wait until the day I'm going to die by myself? I needed somebody. I was praying day and night for God to bless me. And when my prayer was answered, it's only me who knows God answered my prayer. Unfortunately, He did not answer your prayers. I don't know what your prayers were. And this is to my family. I don't know what your prayers were. If you're good enough and you cared about me, then you could have produced that man for me, the one you thought was worth for me. You have your own families. I never interfere. If anything, I will support. I will support, and I have done that. I have done that. So, 2021, that started. 2024, I was going to Kenya for a celebration. I did not know that my property had already been changed from now the second person who is Jenga to a third person who is here with me 5 minutes away. I was in shock. When I got to Kenya, my mother refused to open the door for me. After a few days, I went to the police station in Molo. I have an OB. I went there because I'm like, I cannot believe this is my mother. Everybody in Molo knows that's my property. I went to the chief. I went to the OCS of Molo. But I could not get any help. I could not get any help. I went to the chief of Molo. She's a lady. She summoned my mother to come and meet with me. I explained to her, I need to talk to my mother. I want to square this out. All I need is my property. Then if she's not happy with my relationship, then that's okay. I'll just leave her, but all I need is what belongs to me. She did not show up. She made a phone call to that lady, the chief, and told the chief to tell me if we were going to talk about my property. Unfortunately, I sold the property to my brother in America, and I should come back to America, and we sort it out in America. Tell me, how would you sell something in America? No documents? I did not sell. I did not sell. My brother gave me a rent 2021 December. He gave me rent for the year, which he claimed was $3,000. 2022, he gave me another $3,000 in December. 2023, he gave me $2,000 He claimed that was the rent for the year. I tried to ask him, we need to sit down so that we can figure out how come I'm getting 2,000, 3,000 a year for 34 apartments. He was pretending to be very busy. And as everybody is busy in America, there was no time. So he gave me for 3 years rent of a property. He claims I sold to him 2021. If you are me, you have gone to Kenya and this happened to you, what would you do? One thing, I am not going to leave a property for him because that's my sweat. If it was a inheritance, that one I would let go and run away. That's why we are here. So after all those frustrations, I try even to call my brother from there in Kenya. Oh, he wouldn't pick up a call from me. He doesn't care. Now he does very well. He has all the money and he doesn't care. After all, he said I got into a relationship and he told me to choose either the relationship or him. But I chose the relationship. That was what was missing in my life. I chose it. And I'm happy. And I would choose this relationship again and again. It has been very, very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Then after that, I'm just giving a little bit of how it started and how we got where we are today. But I know Amos will talk deeper. After I've done all that, you know, when you go to Kenya, you have probably about a month. You go the first week, you try to introduce yourself to the system over there. You try to orient yourself over there. The first week is gone. The second week, you have these other things you had to do. The celebrations and everything. Second week is gone. The third week, there are some friends who used to be my dad's best friends. And when I say dad best friend, when my dad did not have anything, when all of us had been lured in one box by my mother. Lured in one box, all of us. And we neglected my dad. And that's why myself, I chose to use my own brains and think for myself. And one of the things why I'm going through what I'm going through, it's because I went back to my dad. I did what I was supposed to do, and we got back together, and we built our relationship, and the bond went back to where it was when I left Kenya, when I was a little girl. My dad did the best for us. We have so many people from Molo who know my dad. My dad went above and beyond for his family and even people out there. There are some people who are here. My dad helped even to try and get them to at least to come to America. There could be a few people. who say, I came here because Mr. Moya helped me. Mr. Moya brought me to go get a passport. Mr. Moya even brought me to the American embassy and waited for her at the gate. So despite what people would say their father or their parents were bad when they were growing up, I think it's a high time people need to start appreciating what their father and their mother did when they were young. We are 10 in a family. Tell me which man today would handle 10 kids? Today. Even when you are working class, tell me how you can handle 10 kids. They did it with frustrations. They fought here and there. But hey, we grew up. We are where we are because of those parents. If my dad did not take a step of faith and say, my children, I'm going to help them to go to the embassy. We went to get passports. If he didn't care, then how would we even have come to America? Brought 5 children. And here we are. We are trying, spending money to get my dad arrested. It's shameless. It's something you cannot even talk about.
Very shameful.
It's shameful. Leave these men alone. If you cannot take care of your father, just leave him alone. I personally, I have sworn with Amos, who will take care of my dad. I took care of my mom too. More than 10 years. She was the one who's taking the rent. I've never asked her for a penny out of 34 apartments. I've never. Not that I didn't need the money. I needed the money. But guess what? It's because she is my mother. Even now I'm taking care of my dad. They shouldn't complain. Because my mother enjoyed my money. So, when all this was said and done, I went to Moro Police Station. I went everywhere. Those friends who were my dad's friends, who were even helping my dad when we were not there in his picture, came in my life. I sat down with them. They knew everything that my dad was going through. They knew the story of our home more than even me, how I knew it, because I haven't been there. So those people who are there know more than I, who was outside the country. They have tried multiple times even to sit my mom and my dad. Actually, one of them told me he has gone to my mom's house, tried to talk to my mom, and my mom would not open the door for him. They decided, or rather they introduced me and told me they could have some people who could help me at least get my title, because everybody knows it's my property. And I told them I did not sell. I did not sell.
Oh, it's evident.
Baba Shiko, I did not sell to you.
Oh, he said in court he was given for free.
If he was
It's
given
his money.
out of 10, out of 10, why you? There's a paper over here. You have even sworn an affidavit that the property is yours. Since when? Baba Shiko is a 6th born from me. I am the firstborn of the family. And if I can remember correctly, he was a little boy when I left Kenya. Even when it comes to initiation of boys, I am the one who financed for him to get that initiation, which I doubt. So I don't care anyways. So those men came to me and they told me there are some men who could help me. And I was like, well, if there are some people who can help me, well, I can try. And I agreed to meet with them. So these two men were Ngoge and Kameme, who are my dad's friends. So they brought two other men. The two other men were Kamau, Dongo, and Waithaka. We met somewhere in Joro. It was me, my dad, my sister's husband, who's from Bungoma, so he doesn't even understand Kikuyu. He stayed in a car. The two men, my dad's friends, Kameme and Goge. And then these other two men came. And we talked. And they even told me that's what they do. They help people who are in disagreements with lands, because Kenya, with the land, there's fight, right, left, front, back, people fighting or grabbing lands. And they told me they work with that. They work with the registrar, they work with the DCI, they work with all those government people. And then the sweeter part was, by the end of all that is said and done, I got my title. We would have a sitting. They sit the family down together and bring peace. And they even told me, oh, even if you're going to be in America, don't worry. We're going to make a video call. You guys, we're going to sit down. We're going to have those miji kumi and miji, whatever they call it, those nyumba kumi, whatever they call it. And men in the elder men, they will come in and they will talk to all of us. My dad will speak. My mom will speak. We apologize and some nonsense. In the beginning, they told me, okay, we're going to charge you 1.1 M. And they charge according to the value of the property. My property is worth over 70 million Kenyan shilling. So me, I'm thinking, okay, if they can charge me 1.1 and I get my title, because even this time I knew it was under my mom's name. This time I was still in denial. What my mom had altered some words that muliuzania na uko. So I was still in denial, and that one did not sit well with me. It did not settle at all. And actually, I thought she was just saying to dismiss me from her. 1.1. I was like, okay, 1.1, yeah. And in the next 2 weeks, I will have my my title before I go to Kenya. I had 2 weeks left. And they're like, oh, yeah. In the next 2 weeks, you're going to be so happy when you are flying back to America with your title with you. I was like, yeah. So foolish me, guess what? I went to the bank. I opened an account. I opened even the safe. The bank manager of Molo knows this, that even when the title will be given, when I get the title, at least it's going to be put in the bank until I come back to Kenya. Charles Molaya is a witness because he's the one even who brought me to the bank. And that's why he's getting in so much trouble. Because my family knew he was doing so much for me. We have come very far from the Moraes family. And just to see the family ending like this is the worst thing. When we didn't have anything, even the phones, I was remembering, we didn't have phones in Cambodia. And we had to make calls in Kenya to speak to our family. Where did they wait for the phones? Phone calls. They had to come to Mariah's supermarket and wait until we call. That's how far we have come with that family. It breaks my heart to see even my family, even my mother and my brothers, they cannot remember where they have come. They cannot remember. Charles Mariah brought me to the bank. I got a safe for the title. That as soon as they get that title, they're going to put it in the safe. I went to the tax guy. I was very determined. And I knew these guys, the way they were talking, oh, this is it. That as soon as that title is received, the tax guy will start doing taxes for me. And that was not even enough.
So an agency.
I got an agency from Nakuru that as soon as I get the title, they're going to take over and start doing the renting for me. Can you imagine going all through that? Why? Because your mother refused to open the door for me and listen to me. I'm here going up and down like a crazy woman. And some of the things I don't want to even show my family, my dad, my disappointments. I just want to show them like, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay, Daddy. And my dad is like, no, you cannot do this. You've been doing so much for this family. And I'm like, no, it's okay, Papa. It's okay. I did all that. So the next step was to meet these guys because we had agreed 1.1. We met the following day. They needed a deposit of 700,000. Did I have enough money? No, I didn't. Why? Because I had already spent so much money. I had like $500,000. My dad, I think I had 400,000. My dad offered to give me 200,000. And I had to ask Amos to send me 100,000 to make 700,000. Did I get a title? No. Did I give the deposit? Yes, I did. 700,000 in the beginning. They started making up things. Oh, we work with the government. We need operation money. I need to see the registrar. The registrar wasn't there. The registrar had a bereavement. The registrar was not feeling well. We have to get this. Let me tell you, it has been a journey. Then I left Kenya with no title. The process is still continuing. Promises after promises after promises after promises. It went over 1.1. And every time we try to question ourselves, we are like, well, we already have given so much money, so we should even, take a step back. We came to a point we gave like 3.2 million. Or it's not exactly 3.2 if I would go to my math. It's probably like 3.3, 3.4. And those men, if they are hearing me, Kamau and Waithaka, you should be ashamed of yourself. Be ashamed of yourself. Be ashamed of yourself.
Ngugi, Makameme.
Goge and Kameme,
Be ashamed.
be ashamed of yourself. I ended up getting a fake title. And the reason why I knew it was fake, when he sent me the title, very excited. Oh, now we have it. And I'm telling you that title it took like almost 2 weeks before we got it. And every time we were sending money, we would send 70,000, 100,000, 150. He would say, now they're asking for this, because the other one disappeared. So we have to use a different person. You know how Kenya, only Kenya is so corrupt. And I'm not saying some people, most people, starting with your own. Is it the first time I've been done that? I should have probably have learned a lesson. My brother, Martin, I was just remember going through my papers yesterday, and I saw a title. We had bought a plot in Thika some times ago, Roiro. And this is when we were here, we were younger, actually in the year 2000, around then. And I remember going back to Kenya 2019 for the first time, and I'm asking him, can we go see the plot we bought? He's just talking around. He just bring me round and round. Oh, I think I gave somebody permission to take care of it. Somebody is using it. Like that. Some bullshit they tell you when you are in Kenya and you just feel fed up. And I wouldn't be shocked. He has already sold the plot. We bought, me and him, with some two friends we had. Paul and Alice bought one, and me, Martin, we bought one. So this is something they're used to. And I'm not gonna be, I wouldn't be surprised that they even wish I would never go back to Kenya. That was their wish. How come they never complained when they were enjoying my money? But above all, I'm very thankful that this has happened. And I know God knew this is going to happen. But I bet this will be the last people they are using. Kamau and Waithaka, shame on you. Grown-up men, you call yourself Kenyan men who are using women. You have no shame. I don't want to say more, but I am so thankful to the social media because it has played a big part in this. We are not scared, but we all want justice. We are not scared even to face those men in court, but all we want is justice. A week after, you flip the game. something that you paid for a title, you were working so hard about the title. Now it's murder case, conspiracy to murder. Why would I even care killing my family, even if what had happened to me, whatever. Why would I even care? But they knew what they had done. They gave a fake title. God help me, I was able to tell it was a fake title right there in that second. Why? Because they confused the place or the location where my property is. They gave a different location that I know is a different area altogether, but it's still in Molo. They gave different numbers. I knew the numbers on my property. And when I questioned, they had even sent me even the search. So if I kept quiet, I would still be having that fake title with the search and everything, thinking I have it. When I questioned, I sent like almost 10 people to do a search on it. There was nothing like that. Hired a lawyer to get a green card. That's when we realized even the title has never been on my mom's name. From one brother to another brother, now this other brother. It's a shame. Disappointed by my family, and I'm very, very disappointed. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for your support. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'll let my Babowski take over from there. And you got this.
Okay, good talking.
We have this.
Umeongea.
And thank you. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Betty.
And sometimes
Yeah.
also it's good to hear from you who has been done all these Madara.
That's true.
I can only be your support system because I'm there now. Otherwise, ungeniambia, oh, these are family issue. It got nothing to do with you. Don't worry, what happened, and tungeachia tu hapo.
You know, let me say something. I was actually thinking about you, Alice, and I know so many people here have gone through some family issues, because anytime there's, like there's something, people post about family dispute and family sibling rivals and all that, people come out and comment, and a lot of people fear speaking out. A lot of people don't want to share what's going on because they fear, oh, what's people going to say about, they fear the judgment. Because a lot of people, they judge harshly, especially when it comes to when parents are involved. People are like, oh my God, that's your mother. That's your mother, though. That's still your dad. That's still your. And I always say, it can be your mother, yes, and we are not refusing that part. Nobody's denying that that's still your parent. But what some parents can put you through, like, for example, Alice, whatever you're going through right now, it's because of your mom. I mean, she's the one who started all this. What if she listened to you? If she opened that door for you, all this will be behind you. If parents stop listening to some children and sidelining others and favoring others, this favorism and taking one side and dropping the other side and looking at the kids who have more money and not listening to it causes a lot of pain. And these wounds in family, they never heal. They never heal. Let me tell you guys, for all the people who are watching this, pray that your family does not have this kind of wars. The hatred will always be there. The separation, you will never enjoy. And I'm saying this because I go through some issues, and I know this is not about me, but I know what it means to be like, for me, I'm a black sheep in my family. I know what it feels. The pain. People don't care. As long as you are a group ganging on one person, people don't realize, even these family members, they don't realize the kind of pain you're putting that one sibling that you're ganging up on. People don't realize. It's a lot. It's too much on one person. And they think it's funny. People, these siblings, they think, oh my God, it's funny. Let's keep doing this to her. You are a girl. These are men, and all these things they are doing to you. I believe in karma, and karma, no matter what, it might not happen to them. It spreads out even to generations. Whatever you're going through, Alice and Amos, I'll just say, you guys hanging there. You wait one day, even if it doesn't happen to them, even they will pay. There is no way people can put one person in so much pain and expect to enjoy for the rest of their life. God is watching, So for the family members and parents who cause others so much pain, just know that we don't have other families. You guys are our families. And if you do this to us, like whatever, the brothers to Alice, I know you guys are watching. This is your girl, this is your sister. If you keep doing it to her like this, who is supposed to protect her? You guys are supposed to protect your only sister. I mean, your sister, not your only sister. You guys are supposed to protect her. You are supposed to fight her with her, to fight her battles, not to fight her. If you fight her relationship, are you gonna marry her? Like now, if Amos and Alice, they separate, you, the brothers, are you gonna marry your sister? Are you gonna find her another partner? It's unfair, and people need to stop. And Alice brothers, you the brother who has the property, he need to give it back. This is bullshit. You are holding on to a property, and you're in America. You're earning the same dollar. You see her on the same street. You see her in church, and you're just still receiving the money, like from something you haven't worked hard for. Anyway, you continue, but that brother, or Danny, or whatever his name is, Anthony, he needs to be ashamed of himself and all of them. It's too much. And also your mom, she needs to bring you guys together. Mothers, we are failing, and I'm a mother. Mothers are the ones who are supposed to knit the families and children and pray for them. So continue. I'm sorry, I'm getting into the story.
So thank
No, it's okay.
you so much. Yeah. So I'm gonna
I know it's hard for you because you're going through it. You might not share, you might show us but deep down, it hurts. It hurts, and it hurts.
It does. It hurts a lot.
Sleepless nights.
It hurts a lot.
Thank God He gave you. Amos, God, God brought you in her life, because I don't know men who give up, but you standing there with Alice, we really appreciate you for that.
Thank you.
But one day this will be behind you.
It'll
One day
be
we'll
over.
come and celebrate.
Gutire yuraga na ndike. Ona no yake. Agikorwo ya nuhu ni yakeire. Ona no ni gukia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Alice, keep fighting for your property. Let me tell you, I'm not going to tell you to give up on it. You
No, I'm not giving up. No, I'm not giving up. All I need, leave me alone, get my property, give me my property, that's it. Mtu aende akapone, wakati tutapona, that's fine. If we don't, I don't want to say this, but if we leave this world without putting ourselves together, then when we get to heaven, God will put us together and ask questions. Kwa nini ulidanganyana? Kwa nini uliiba? Kwa nini ulifanya hivyo?
No, when we get to heaven, God better not put us with the same people.
Yes.
So I'm gonna let Amos take over.
That was the longest introduction of me that I've ever had. It took 54 minutes to hang me on.
I'm so glad she's.
But listen, she has to speak. She has to say something. I know I've become your mouthpiece, and I'm saying a lot, and sometimes I get that blowback. All those people. And like I said the other day, even the demons have followers. And even the demons have support. All right? Because it depends on what they tell those other people and how they convince those other people. So, last time we spoke and I said I wanted to pay attention to Mekora. these thugs that actually brought all this chaos to this family. I mean, it's not like there was no drama before this. There were personal vendettas. I've heard about them. And that's why people are, backstabbing one another, because there were other personal issues. And every family has those kind of things. Oh, ulinifanyia. Don't think I've ever forgotten. It's just that a chance has never developed itself at now this is my time for retribution. It's too much. It's too much for one person. And like I said, when I came and me and Alice started this relationship, I learned a few things here and there. And it would have been so mean, so mean of me to like pack up and leave because I don't want to be in this turmoil. I said, now this is my battle. Nimetukanwa. Sindio? Nimetukanwa. Nimeitwa. I've been called all kinds of names. But does that bother me? Does it stop me from waking up in the morning and going to work? No. As a matter of fact, I say the only time I think about those things they have done to me, or the ones they have
by brothers, Alice brothers.
Yes. Matuso, Manitusi, Sylvia, Danny, Manitukana, it's okay. It's not on my forehead like everywhere I go, people see, only Tukana na Ukufanya. I don't have to say anything or do anything.
And they're here in America, Sylvia and the brother.
What I do know, though, time. Time is one thing that God gave us that tells it all. Karaoke, alisema mimi niliachwa, hata nyinyi mtaachana. But time is telling a different story. Time is telling a different story. I know it's crazy. So anywho, let's do this. There was a small, there was a setup that I had done. I wanted to present for the first time what these people said when they cooked this conspiracy, when they went to court, what they wrote, and what they were thinking. And I'm gonna play I like to bring receipts. Me, I'm not a person. I don't like to use my words. I like to use their words because it's not me saying it, what they have said. So I'm gonna start. And this story, it's not a story because this is reality. It's something that really, really, really happened. When shit hit the fan, when push came to shove, and we were asking questions, go get that guy who was Dad's friend, this man right here. And I'm gonna try to put his picture here because, like we said, he should be ashamed of himself. You should be ashamed of yourself, Gogi. Where wale muna tawa afa wagete kia bere. Wotiro rufa fe kaka utamenyaga. Dere atigetwo ni ciana, dere aikaraga joro. Orite gwake ni kuhurwo ni imwana na gutumagirwo mikora. We niwe watwikire like wingman wa baba kumuteithagia. No niwe uroethiri ciothe cia baba na niwe uracokire wikia baba irima ria nduma. The reason that man went to jail for those 10 days is because of you. You lied to us, atutaenda kuandikisha sijui ma statements, and you never did. And now we come to find out later that you guys were colluding with those mikoras because there was money there. At the beginning, you were genuine. You thought they could really help. At one point, Kameme couldn't find you. You were not picking up the phone. No, that was his answer. Gogea direko. Neke tutaranyita goge. Todo uradil na mikoleo. Todo ni mwafa agire kawodu. And let me tell you people, I like to think and I like to think deep. Why do you think these people at the very beginning said there was it was 1.7 million that was paid for murder for hire, whatever they call it. Why did they say 1.7? Why was that the number that was presented by Dani when he came back to America? You know why? Because they were robbing each other. The money we were sending to Kamau, Ndongo, he was not being truthful to the troops. All four of them needed to know how much was being sent, but he was not telling the truth. So he lied to them. There was a little infighting because there was no transparency. And that's why the money that was actually even announced was 1.7 million. Man, let me tell you, it's crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this. I want you to listen to this. I might interject here and there to clarify a few things here and there, but just listen to this story and tell me why this man is not arrested today. Why this man is not in jail today. Why he has never been mentioned anywhere in this case. Why Ngugi and Kameme are hiding in the shadows while Waithaka and Kamau are hiding in court as state witnesses. Listen, and please let me know if the sound is clear so we can adjust. This right here is this man talking to Alice after she questioned what the heck happened. What happened to the initial plan that we had? You listen to him explaining every single detail. It's right there in his words, not mine.
Statements. Twambite guthi kwi muthe atwire bandu aya marathitagira giki na giki nigetha na ithuĩ tuthie kũrĩa tuge rĩu rĩ tuoka tondũ wa maũndũ maya na maya na ithuĩ anjĩrĩria maũndũ marĩkũ ũguo twĩna rũgano twĩna evidence timu-inĩ andũ aya maigĩte mekuona gĩkĩ magĩtũrehera gĩkĩ gĩka nĩ ũranyita rĩu rĩ na ũhoro wa kũraga tweherie biũ tondũ kĩrĩa mũndũ ekaga ũtarĩ na mbeca rĩu gũkũ wĩ mũndũ ta rĩu ũcio wa kawaida ta mũreri nĩ ekũhinyĩrĩrĩka mũno tondũ andũ arĩa rĩu mena ũhoti na nĩ waigua Dani okĩte maita mũretagwo Dani tiguo okĩte maita ta matatũ gũkũ rĩu rĩ tondũ rĩu tũngiuga atĩ tũthikĩrĩrie kana twambe twĩrorere rĩ na nĩwona hatirĩ ũndũ ũngĩ rĩ rĩu twagĩrĩirwo nĩ ithuĩ tũthiĩ rĩu tũranagie rũciũ hwaĩ-inĩ muonire atĩa tuonete mũthee na tũkandĩka statement kũu na nĩwamenya tũtigũthiĩ tondũ andũ arĩa manyitaga mũthee nĩ thigari rĩu tũgũthiĩ direct kwĩ DCIO tũhũthĩrĩte mũtongoria wa kũu ũrĩa mũnene twandĩkire statement citũ kũndũ kando kũndũ twĩhithĩte nĩgetha tũrĩkie nake tũcoke na tũdiscuss maũndũ maya hanini ithuĩ tume njĩra ĩyo no ĩtũme mũndũ ũrĩa etwo
tondũ haha ũcira nĩ ũgũthiĩ ũguo ũritũhe tondũ rĩu nginya twĩna nginya fake title na ithuĩ no gũ-produce tũgũ-produce kĩrĩa matũneire tondũ nĩ magĩtũneire anyway which was good.
Indo ciĩho indo cikĩrĩ ho indo ciĩho na nĩcio ciagĩrĩirwo rĩu nĩ kũrũgama nĩgetha ihonokie mũthee na mũthee ndakĩrĩ no niĩ rĩu ndĩna document icio nyũmba ĩrĩa twarũagĩra indo iria twendaga nyũmba yarĩ hau ũhoro warĩ hau na ũhoro ũyũ nĩ warĩ mũnene wethagĩrwo broker tondũ nacio broker cia mĩgũnda itũũraga kũndũ kũrĩkũ itũũraga kuo gũkũ Kenya broker cikaraga kũu ciugaga nĩ citeithagia andũ ona ũngĩthiĩ gakĩci gaku ge kanini atĩa ka mĩgũnda broker ũrĩkoragwo wagwa moko-inĩ ma broker.
So you heard this. My question is, during a gũthiĩ Naivasha gũteithia baba kwandĩka statement. Baba nĩ mũnyite right now. Your best friend is behind bars. Did you go? Did you write a statement? No, you didn't. No, you did not. Are you mentioned anywhere by those Mikoras that you guys brought to Alice and Dad? No, you're not. Why are they hiding you? Because they know the moment they produce you, it becomes a war between the four of you. The squabbles you have between who took how much money, who was sharing what money, who. Let's continue with this because it goes for a minute. Just keep listening. Listen to this. The siblings are working with Mikora. Oh, whatever. Nakuru, Naivasha. You remove that from here.
Kiria twarwagira ni giki kiria twareheirwo ni giki riu maundu macio mangitherera koguo kuu ni ku maundu mangitherera na hatire mundu ungi wina riboti iyo tiga Kanene na nie na Kamau na mundu ugwitwo ria au riu ro para ingithirira mutige tondu gutire undu utacokagirwo mutige guo ni mwagie ucio ri mugikira mugwika tondu inyi riu ni nyumwe kuu atisi horo ni ithuĩ twambĩrĩirie na ithuĩ nĩgetha ũngĩgakinya harĩa ũkinyĩte nĩgetha baba nĩ anyitwo rĩ he arĩa mawambĩrĩirie nĩ ithuĩ twawambĩrĩirie yeah.
Betty, come back on the screen. Tell me what you tell me. Try to analyze this story by this man. Ndĩrenda mũndũ wĩra-inĩ haha mũndũ ũraigua rũgano rũrũ anjĩre nĩ ũraigua mũkora ũyũ nĩ arauga atĩrĩrĩ andũ aya marutire hinya kũrĩ andũ arĩa the siblings magĩire na ũhoti wa gwĩka ũrĩa mareka kuma kwĩ mĩkora ĩrĩa. Why? I mentioned the personal vendettas. Martin, you fixed Dad's home and you put a very big wall there. After Dad had been gone for like 10 years or whatever, many years he was gone. You fixed our home and incidentally, he came back because he had to come back. He had to come back. So you're going to fight Dad tooth and nail. And you know why you bought that story from the Mikoras? Because it would have favored you if Dad was put in jail.
So I have a question.
Go.
So these Mikoras, you know, this guy that is talking to Alice, they are the same people that the brothers are claiming that Alice have hired to kill them, right? Huh?
They said when they came here, actually I can quote Danny, and I quote, Fafa naratari ake ajoro nimarahaire mugeki morage andu a family na morage mami.
So my question is, how do you hire people that they are working with these people as well? And so that those guys, they played Alice, they played them. They were their game. I mean, they should be arrested.
I don't know why they're not mentioned anywhere. And that's why we're here today.
Actually know
To
that those
expose
are enemies.
them. And I want to tell people from Molo. Mugambo ucio mwaigua ti wakwa. No amuthuri ucio wetagwo Rafael Ngugi.
Aikaraga Moro.
No ajoro.
No ajoro.
Na andu ni mamui tondu no igua ni mundu wiragwo ati ni ohigireire muno maundu ma magoti. Koguo wina gacira ri that's how they make their money.
Walichezea baba ya Alice sana
No
because
igua kiuga ati twathie Naivasha tutigũthie kwandĩkithia ũmbi kana statement. Tũrathiĩ kuona ngau nĩgetha ngau ĩkĩanga atĩa. And they didn't do that. As a matter of fact, they went kuona baba, but they never wrote statements. The day when we got a call from that lady, that probation officer who was asking for money, Madam Grace, Ngugi and Kameme were there. Because she said it in her recording on a megoko athuri acio aratafafa. Athuri acio aratafafa. How do you know that? That means you had already collaborated, you had already spoke, and I'm also thinking all these it was a part of the scheme.
Yeah.
It was a part of the scheme. And let me tell you, people, what blew this wide open is when these people realized that the people fighting they're in diaspora. Do you know what that did? It gave that file so much weight. In diaspora. You guys are in diaspora and you're fighting in Kenya.
Oh yeah.
And you're using those people there in Kenya to fight, to settle your disagreements in Kenya. Wasn't going to be a guy. I said the other day, I told Alice, we lost 3.2 or more million Kenyan shillings in a month and 2 weeks. How much do you think they have lost in 2 years?
They've lost a lot.
They've
lost money. They would even build their own.
You know, there are things that you don't have to ask people. Your body features can tell you when you're in distress.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I tell Alice that this is very, very true. You cannot eat salad when you're angry. You can't. Don't get a salad. You know why? Because salad is happy food.
Yeah.
Salad, when you're angry, you know what you eat?
Mm-hmm.
Eat your high carbs. When you are so down, you have sukari. Todo ginya duona ka toro. Urale musakio. Okay, bogo taifufa. You don't have to tell us, oh, I can drive you through stress. Oh, we can see it. I can see it. You people brought these on yourselves. You brought these on yourselves. And listen. You know, this is America. They will follow the money. Don't think that we can't subpoena your bank accounts to see how much money you sent there. We could. And you can't hide it. And you cannot run from it. But it's not that serious because nobody was killed. And we know all this was BS. So I'm not going to lose my sleep thinking about how I'm going to push you. Danny, let me not use that word today because that you can only be so I don't like that word, but your sister. Her hand are doing Majra ABCD. And I know Rama hate BI. You know what? I don't trust what they're telling me. Why don't we be in the same camp and actually sue them? Imagine if Dani and Alice were suing Kameme, Goge, now all those people, Rafael, whatever. It would have been sweet science. No, so nikigeto mire uhe Alice rent ya miaka 3. Na nyumba yake. Although you were shortchanging, but you still brought her money, a little bit of cash. Why? Nĩ tondũ nĩ wonete marĩa sister yaku agereire. No gĩthiĩ kuoya nyũmba icio. I believe he kaũndũ kega karĩ thĩinĩ waku gakwĩraga you can fix this. No nĩ wĩra mũndũ akona gacaitani haha na kaĩnjũ haha ũguo. Gacaitani karĩa karĩ haha gakwĩraga atĩrĩrĩ, kĩmũndũ kĩu kĩrokire kũrĩa indo, no ũrĩa mama ndũng'ũ ũrĩa gacungwa gokire nĩguo mũthuri ũkĩte gwĩka. And then they just like, don't do it. No, that's not true. Our personal vendetta between me and you from downtown Brockton, and I told that story when you were my neighbor. I did not get you kicked out of that place. You violated code of ethics, and that's why they kicked you out. You also didn't pay rent, I think. I don't know. But you were chased out of there. I came to you, I gave you respect. Nilitumana kwako. I sent a very good friend of ours. Ukamwambia, oh, I can come there, but I'll find Mama Shiku. Hiyo ni madharau. Look what you have put your family through. Daniel, you are living in America under your pseudonyms for so long. God blessed you. You had your things running. Who would have known what you did back there? If it wasn't for you just being crazy or stupid, I don't know what it was, you forgot yourself and you lost tracking of yourself. Though you're a trucker. You lost track of your things you've done before. Now look where we at. Now you are not even worried about Alice's property and you wish it had nothing to do with you. And you're like, oh, Nurasho Keria Mami. There's a procedure involved. If you want to return the apartment, she's right here 5 minutes away from you. Why can't you take a Uber if you don't want to drive here? You can actually walk here. Why can't you? We had mediation. The last meeting we were supposed to go have at Faith Church. I know who caused you to cancel. And that's what I'm telling you. You had good intentions on Alice. I think you were trying to protect her. I think you are trying to be nice to her. Noga ko makaria kari ha ni kahotanire tondu gakwiraga ndugacokie indo icio. Ndugacokie indo icio. Ndugacokie indo icio. Nawe ugithikiriria. Look, who is in the hole now? Those siblings that were pushing you to do what you did to Alice, and they appear when the grand finales, they appear, and maybe they have given you a little financial assistance here and there. Where will they be when that day comes? Because that day will come. I'm not telling you what day, but that day is coming. And you know it too. Now, your biggest fear is not the property, it's your names. That's your biggest fear. Mwana ucio watunyire maritwa kana ukiya njata yake. Ni ari nyina otore nayo na mamu wanyu. Na mamu wao ni athia maruini akahoya Ngai. Na no kone mahoya ma mutumia ucio maracokio. Maybe these had to go this way. Nigetha mwana ucio agateithika eventually. The whole world knows. Everybody knows. Kinya ciana cito, your nieces and nephews, they don't call you Uncle Tony. They call you Uncle Danny.
You can
because
use
they're big, you can't hide.
Amos, you can try use Swahili more, because some people are complaining that about Kikuyu, they don't understand.
Oh, pole.
Yeah,
Pole.
I know sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes unajua hii kisika tukitanganywa sana.
Yeah.
Hata Kiswahili tunaweza ongea. Hata Kiswahili tunaweza ongea. So Mimi naongea juu ya brother yake Alice.
Yeah.
Ambaye amemnyanyasa proper. And at one
And
point
he's a neighbor. That's his neighbor. Yeah.
alikuwa na hisia za kumsaidia mpaka amempatia rent ya 3 years. Tumemtuma Kenya na nguo za dadi. Alipeleka hizo nguo. He took two suitcases. Zimejaa mashati, manini, tumejaza vitu huko. Yeye na bibi yake walipelekea dadi kwa hiyo bedsitter. Why? Because there was some element of goodness. Walikuwa na hisia za kusaidia. They wanted to fix things. But my question is, why did you stop? We befriended you. Umekuja umeketi hapa. I actually see that picture in my mind. Reverend Como was sitting right there. You were sitting right there. Kibibi alikuwa ameketi pale. You know, this thing, it's crazy. It's crazy, I'm telling you, people. But it's a fight that we have to fight because it's a fight that we have to win. It's a battle they have on their end. Endelea, Betty.
Did he ever give Alice her tracks back, or what happened to her tracks? Because they...
Okay, so we have a case on July 21st. And because it's a pending case, me and Alice, we spoke and we said we're not going to share too much information about that. You know, there's litigation happening right now. So we're going to wait.
Okay.
But I did tell him, and I told him, put your receipts together. It's your, you know what's funny? It's your word against you. It's not me. It's what you say. It's the things you, like, everything that this guy has done. He has said one thing over there. He contradicts himself all the times. Kenya, ulinunua. America, ulipewa. And with that being said, let me read Anthony Mwaura Muya statement from Kenya. What he wrote when he went to court. I am the above named Kikuyu male adult this age from the above mentioned area. I am married and have children. I'm a businessman in Boston, America, and I wish to state as follows. I have a sister by name Alice Wanjohi, who we live together in the same city, Boston, America. No, you live in Brockton. She had a property in Kenya, Nakuru County, Molo Sub-County, and we were in good relationship. In the year 2021, she decided to sell that property. I talked to her about that property since I was interested with it, and she agreed to sell it to me. I paid that property, and the ownership was me.
It's crazy.
After some times, my sister started hating me because I was against her relationship with another man who had earlier married my cousin sister, and she wanted to marry my real sister at that time. You people tell me if this makes any sense. Who had earlier married my cousin sister, and now she wants to marry my real sister at that time. You see the spirit of confusion? Can you taste it? Can you feel it? On February this year, 2024, she came to Kenya and went to meet my mother, who had her title deed before changing the ownership to me. She requested her to give the title, wanting to take back my property on the 17th April 2024. And my brother, Anthony Muya, I was called in Boston that time. I was preparing to come to Kenya. My brother told me that there are some people who are planning bad things to me, but he didn't disclose those people. On 19th April 2024, I came to Kenya on the 23rd April, a person called me through the mobile number this, and phone number, another mobile number this, and introduced himself as Ndongo. He told me that he is from Mungiki organization. Now listen to this. It has been sent by my sister and her husband to kill me and also go to hurt some of my family members in Molo. He also requested me to meet. Then we have a talk together with my brother, Martin and Alex. He said he had talked to my father about it. After that, I decided to go to the police station to seek assistance because my life is in danger. I reported and later recorded my statement. That's what he wrote in Kenya. And then a little after some time, because we give so much evidence, and we're talking about, oh, it didn't go like the way, they went back to Naivasha and adjusted their statements. On May 1st, he went back to Naivasha. I don't think he went back or whether he was here, I don't know. And he changed his statement. He read a whole different thing. It's too much. It's too much. I would like to go, because I want to go through different people's statement and what they wrote.
Why do you come up in their statements? Like, is it about the property or is it about what or about the relationship? That tells you they have a problem with you.
So this dude also said, my sister, who also lives 5 minutes away, I have a sister too. I love you, Penny. Sent a text to my sister. Do you know what I said? I'm not going to falsify, but I'm going to read it. But people can look at it.
Read it. You can see, yeah.
He wrote and said, hello. This is the paper he sent. Number one, he sent this paper right here. That's full of nonsense. It's full of lies and everything. Hello, what? Hello, this is what my sister and your brother were planning, but God is great. They hired undercover police in Kenya. Now the Mongeke are now undercover police. This is the audio between the police, Alice and Amos 10. Please, for the sake, respect, whatever. My sister answered. My sister was not nice to him. My sister replied to him and said, please, for the sake of respect, keep out of this. Love and light. Oh, she said, oh, keep me out of this. Love and light. Share all these clips that I told people that were clipped from like a whole story. They would take a small clip where it favors their narrative and they would send it to him. Those are the things he came to Boston and shared with the entire community. Did people believe it? Yes. At first, people believed that, yeah, we were trying to do some harm to Martin, Alex, Mami, Oliver, the gang. I call them the gang. Actually, I have the picture of the gang here. Let me show you the people that are supposed to be eliminated, minus Mami, because still there's a lot of respect for that woman. And I know we're going to get to that part where we will do what we have to do. So those you know, Mushiari. Now she deserves all that respect. Now tell you that I know in her brains, I don't know what they put in her brains, nuts, bolts, whatever they put in there. But she knows
you guys don't disrespect her. You're just telling what happened.
Yes. I don't know. I would never disrespect her.
Yeah.
So they know. They know. So let me show you the game. I have their picture. Bear with me 1 second. I like to bring the receipts. There they are.
Oh, let me expand. Hold on.
There they are. Those are the people that are fighting Alex and Dad. Moduriotale bisaineo. Nestilvia. Madu. It's not in that picture. Do you know when this was? This picture was taken. Mani Vivia Fafa. When Dad was put in They had a celebration at home. They shared pictures. They had a cookout because the man has been put away. They went to church and gave a big donation. Went home and celebrated the arrest of Francis Moya, their father. You celebrated. While you were celebrating, Dad's brother was crying for what you people had done. When you your brother, the only living brother. Martin, what you said today when you were quarrelling Fafa at the you thought that was gonna come true because Mureda Oho, that lady, now at least the other one here said, even if he was jailed for 50 years, she would not say it. He shed a tear. That's what you said to Jeremy Damaris. And that was a quote. It's too much. But anyway, like I said, this is a fight we have to fight and win. There's no reason we are going to lose this fight. With all the evidence, with all the things that we said over there, all these things that we're playing here, people. Tumetuma. Kesi ya Brompton. Tumetuma Kenya. Transcripts. The WhatsApp. Then you download it. You don't have pictures, but you can see how things. You know what? Let me show you guys something. These are part of the transcripts that the WhatsApp, which I downloaded a long time ago and I kept. Zahuyu Jama Osho Bokoro Weto Kamau. Come on, no. At one point, he told me, or he wrote, he's asking for money. And we're not giving no more money because we already have a fake title. He said, tutafanya hesabu ya yetu, tuko na less 150K, utusaidie kwa please kindly. Tunapanga by saa 4, tuchukue akina Madhe, ndo saa 8, tukue tumemaliza kikao. The village, these 10 villages, whatever. Ndo watu wakuwe wamerudi, mumekuwa na hiyo kikao, watu wasameheane, Alice atapigiwa video akiwa huku, dada aongee, Maria aongee, watu wasameheane, kila mtu aende kivyake. Ni registry wa Naivasha aliongezea pesa, ndio pesa zetu hazitoshi kindly to. Ni registry. Sasa swali, kwani mlikuwa mna register vichwa? Were you registering heads? Huyu jamaa aliniambia when I spoke to him, ati mpaka alionyeshana video za vitu zingine wamefanya. Ona drama onirie video ya Magetwaneka. Maji mage mwake tamare ke korakana. Nigere, kama ulisaidia you help somebody get their title deed. Did you have to take a video for that? You know when you're blindsided, like vitu zingine they don't make sense. Mtu anakuambia kitu unashindwa, mbona usiajira ate? Like you showed a video of you helping other people gain their title deeds and their lands being given back, or there was like a celebration where you guys are exchanging, or there were ceremonies. So maybe there were ceremonies, yeah. Maybe there were videos of people that you helped and then there was jubilation or whatever, and then you people recorded. At the beginning, these people are very believable, according to Alice, because they're sweet tooth. They, unajua maneno matamu, ile anatoa nyoka pangoni. Wanakuelezea tutafanya hivi, and then the next minute, pesa zimekauka, hatutoi pesa tena, because they're lying to us, and they flip the game. Remember when I told you people they actually set up an abduction sitting? Those are the pictures they sent to us. ni kina Jose na Dani Waithaka and Kamau. And I don't know who's taking the pictures. I think it was Alex. I'm not sure. And then he said, right there at the bottom, tulichukua bro yako na hauongei. Alafu tumechanga, I'm reading what he wrote. Tumechanga kusikia ati ATY mzee alipigwa simu na DCI wa Naivasha na husemi kwa nini. Sisi tulichikwa na tukaachiliwa. Undercover police. Mlishikwa na mkaachiliwa. A lot of nonsense. And then he repeated the same thing again. Tulichukua bro yako na hauongei, alafu tumechanga kusikia ati mzee alipigwa simu na DCI na hauongei. And then finally, said before we blocked him, alisema uliamua hautaki kuongea. Leo uliamua hautaongea. Hope uko sawa. I hope uko sawa. You have already stolen our money, a lot of money. You have sent us a fake title. And now you're telling us you have really... And that's the same night they tried to set me up. Danny was texting me from his phone number saying that he was dead. Remember, I showed that clip last time. I'm not going to talk about it again. But some nonsense. Let's go to Martin. Martin Jenga, and what he wrote in his statement in Molo. I am the above named Kikuyu male. Oh, let me actually... Martin. I am the above named Kikuyu male adult aged this year old, about 47 years old, family man with 2 children. I'm a businessman based in Naivasha town. Based where? Naivasha. Why do you think, I was asking you people, why do you think Dad was removed from Molo, where he lives, and where allegedly the crimes were committed? They surpassed Nakuru, then they went to sue him in Naivasha. That's where this dude lives, and that's where he works. I wish to state that on Tuesday, 23rd April 2024, around 10 hours, I received a phone call from my younger brother, Anthony Mwaura Muya, of phone number these, and a citizen of the United States, who had landed in Kenya that Saturday for a business transaction. For a business transaction. That's the dude, right? This is Martin. This is, yeah, thank you for holding it. For a business transaction. Do you know when Alice was there for her blessing, this dude was there. Something like that. He had an event. And he actually flew back to America. So what was this that was so hard and emergent that he had to take another flight within 2 weeks to go back to Kenya? He flew back to Kenya within a month. Twice. Do you think we forget? Conspiracy was being hatched. Goge, you knew about this. Kameme, you knew about this. And you guys knew that once our money dries out, you would flip this game and go to the man with the most, because he has Alice's apartment. We had already shared that he had already stolen her trucks in Boston, whatever. We had shared that he had stolen money, whatever. You guys knew. Anyway, let me continue. Anthony told me he had received threatening calls from unknown people through this phone number and that phone number, telling him to stay away, not to access the property residential story building in Molo. They further told him that they had been sent by our elder sister by name Alice Njeri, who is based in the USA, resident of Boston too, to kill him if he attempts to access the property. How many people are being killed here? One person. I further state that Alice Njeri sold the property in question to Anthony Muya in the year 2021, month of December, before he bought our mother but I think he wanted to say he thought our mother was acting as the agent for our sister. Later, when Anthony gained ownership, he gave the property to a certain agent in Nairobi. Now listen to this, people. Hapa nilisema leo tunachambua story. So Martin was the owner of the property in 2021. Before it went to him, now to Dani, who is Anthony Mwaura. By, well, that's his name now. So the question is, waliambiwa na mdomo ati aliuzia Alice ameuza. Wewe uliongea na Alice kabla auze na wewe ndio ulikuwa mwenye nyumba. Your name was on the title. According to the green card, the homes were under your name, Martin Jenga Muya. So what did you see? What was given to you by this dude that lives 5 minutes away that you gave him or transfer the title to him? Uliongea na sistako? Si ati ni kama kuku ilikuwa inauzwa, so mtu anakuambia, nani amesema atanunua kuku na mayai? Nimempatia. Sababu alisema mmekutana na amepatia pesa. You're talking of like property worth millions. Did Alice tell you it's okay to sell? And as a matter of fact, did Alice say that it was okay for you in the first place to be in those properties? How are you the owner of those properties, Martin? Ulichukua loan. Haukulipa. Sami, mimi nasikia unakuwa kasisi. Wewe ni you're a preacher. Mr. Preacher Man. You took Alice's property and then you took a loan. Haukumlipa. And 3 days ago you sent us an insult. Unatukana Alice kwa simu. Na text. Unamtukana. Your day is coming too, my brother. God is coming to put back. Everything is going to be in place. All right, what's the trend? On Monday, 22nd April, I received a phone call from our mother, Rose Wanjiko. Now here they call their mother the right name, not Rose Njeri, who stays in Molo, telling me that our brother by name Anthony Kinuthia Muya, who also resides in Molo, was in her place that Monday and told her to warn Anthony Mwaura Muya to stay away from the property in question and never step foot in it. These people. They went and adjusted their statements later on. This is an adjustment. What I read for you was the first statement that was put in Naivasha. As time went by, they went back and adjusted the statements. Now, in this one, I further state that I accompanied my brother Anthony Mwaura Muya to Naivasha police station to report Jerry and her husband Amos Wanjiro are conspiring to kill some of our family members, including myself, including him now, because of the property which my brother Anthony Mwaura owns at Molo. My sister was planning with my father, Francis Muya, and other person to murder some family members. After reporting our case, we was referred to DCI Naivasha to investigate the matter. Sasa si Tony anauliwa, sasa wameongeza. Sasa ni wao wote. But you know who's excluded? Sami is not in this list of people being killed. Jose, though you are in the picture with these Mekoras, I don't know why you're trying so hard to stick yourself. Unajifinyilia kwa hii kesi, unajifinyilia. You're not mentioned anywhere. Alice didn't have any quarrels with you. But you're there with Mekoras taking pictures that people have been abducted. What are you doing here? Look at your face. Can somebody tell me what's going on over here? That dude with the red hat is Kamau. Right next to him is Jose. I think he's the last born of the family. Next to him Daniel Nduna, aka Anthony Mwaura.
The brothers.
The other guy sitting the far left or far right is Waithaka. Paul Waithaka. Look at this guy's face. Does it tell you something? Look at Jose. You're staging an abduction.
I know. Crazy.
You're staging an abduction. Unakaa pati ati ukahororo unakaa hivi ati kama na mko kwa hoteli. You guys are in a hotel. Because it came out later, you guys were in a restaurant. Danny said it in court. When Ali said that he was trying to set me up, he actually said, yeah, what my sister's saying is true. Those people were using my phone. We were sitting in the same table. Not at the same, in the same table. And to see how I'm going to respond. If I had woken up on the wrong side of bed, and this day I decided, you know what? I'm angry about everything. And then I said, you know what? Screw that guy. What if I just responded and say something stupid? Somebody sending me a text that Daniel is dead. And then I said, who cares? I would have been in trouble. Hebu niambieni watu wa Mungu, because I know there's a lot of people listening and those that are going to listen later. What if we didn't record these people lying to us? What if we didn't have all these evidence? Where would we be today? How are we going to convince the entire Kenyan community in Boston that we were not trying to kill these people? Imagine we didn't have all these evidence. Where would we be today? And this guy came, took a restraining order on the sister, not me. Yeah, you're mentioning me. I'm in court. You're mentioning me there. But you're not going to, because everything was being done on the fly. You people were, the spirit of confusion was real. So Martin went and added things that we were, the plans were that I be killed and they take my motor vehicle, registration number this, Mazda CX-5, and to kill my brother, Anthony Mwaura Muya, who's based in the US. Olivia Modoni, who's based in Molo, and my mother, Rose Wanjiko. All of us were to be killed except my mother, who was to be injured only. I'm not making this up. I want you see, your lady, you got in the
Yeah.
All of us were to be killed except my mother, who was to be injured only. Does this make any sense to anyone? Please, people, respond right there in the comments. Does this make any sense? Ni muuliwe, lakini madhe achapo tu mateke. Apigwe tu slaps, alafu ambiwe aende. All right. Let's go to let's go to Kamau. Yeah? This dude, can you hold Kamau Ndongo's picture while I'm talking about him? I'm sorry, Alice. This masterminder or whoever, this is his statement. I am the above named Kikuyu male, adult, age 43, I'm married and blessed with children. I am currently businessman within Nakuru. I do recall very well that on first day of April 2024, while in Njoro, I received a phone call from one Alice Muya, who is a long-time friend. A long-time friend. Well, unajua jamaa. A long-time friend. Yeah? I accompanied with my friend Paul Waithaka to meet Alice, who arrived in the country from USA. I met the state friend at Njoro opposite police station. Yani mnapanga kuuana lakini mnaenda next to police station. On a hotel, namely Raha Hotel. Number one, the discrepancy in this statement, it says on that, I recall very well that on first day of April 2024, I met Alice. Guess where Alice was on that day? At work in the US. She was at work here in the US.
Tickets.
It's somewhere there. She was at work here in the US. We found her with her father, who introduced him as Muya, the father of Alice, with other 4 men. But I knew one who was brother-in-law who stays Kakamega. Where we started talking, the brother-in-law left the hotel because he did not understand the Kikuyu language. That is George Kayamba, who is married to Agnes, Alice's sister, who left because he didn't understand. But then you people went and arrested him. You got him arrested for this. That he was in a whatever conspiracy to murder. You got him arrested. Martin, remember what you told Kamau? Umodere ni ukuna maundu me kuhiuhai tondu he maundu twetereire anyitwo na anyitwo ni ukuna maundu me guthuka uyu wa Natembea. If people know Natembea, I think he's a governor, and George Kayamba is his brother-in-law. So Martin is saying if George gets arrested, Natembea will react and maybe come running and do whatever, whatever. Then immediately Alice Muya informed me that what he wanted me to do for her was to kidnap her mother and the other 2 brothers who are in Kenya because they have forcibly taken her flat at Molo Township. After they have been kidnapped, they will be forced to transfer the plots to her name and the motor vehicle which belonged to Martin Muya to be transferred to her father and herself, and finishing the business of kidnapping, then we will kill them. This is Kamau Ndongo writing this. The person who were to be killed were her mother. I just thought you were supposed to slap and just kick her here and there, put an injury and then let her go.
The story changed. Now it's
the people that were supposed to were her mother, her sister Oprah, Muya, I think Oliver. They put Oprah. Brother Martin, Anthony Moro Muya, and Alex Muya. How about Jose and Sami? They are not part of the family. Yeah, Samina alichukua alone. Jose is there with you, sitting at the same table while you guys are cooking these shenanigans. But then she gave me the offer of Kenya shillings 2 million so we could do the job. So then we agreed to meet the following day. On March 2nd, on the 2nd day of April, at around 1 o'clock, we met in Nakuru near Kenya Power office. We come with her father, with another person who is a friend to Alice, where she paid the down payment of 700,000. Kenya 300,000 was transferred to my account, and another 200,000 and was given by her father, who had withdrawn the money from Equity Bank, who sent to my mobile and was transferred to my M-Pesa account. So the agreement, according to now this dude, the settlement was 2 million to kill how many? 6 people?
5.
So if you subdivide that, every head was costing about what? About 100K?
400.
We left each other and promised to do the work, but we knew what we were doing, in that I couldn't do the job. Since we have been communicating through the mobile phone, which is foreign numbers, because she had left the country, she left the country on this 14th day of April, which is actually also wrong. because we have her ticket. I bring the receipts, people. March 29th, she boarded a flight back to Boston. But according to them, you are here and you are still in Boston April 14th. I want to know if I'm dealing with a ghost in the house.
Kind of ghost.
Then on 21st day of April, she informed us that his brother Anthony Moura was coming from USA. We wait for him at the airport so that we can kidnap him before he arrives at their home in Mall.
Okay.
This is too much. It's too much. They said Alice Muya has been sending money through M-Pesa account, which is total to Kenya shillings 1.7 million. I'm not faking this. It's right there. 1.7. Remember what I said earlier? Why the number, there was discrepancy on how much money we sent? Because they themselves, the four guys, are lying to each other. Ulitumia pesa, ukasema hazikukam. Tulituma ukasema hazijakuja, because only you could tell because we're sending to your M-Pesa. So you're lying to these other people that the money never came. That's why, as a matter of fact, that's what was reported by Kameme. Kameme FM reported this. Muthurio Weto Anthony, they actually got my father's names wrong, even on that stupid thing. They call him Anthony Muya.
Yeah.
They say, Muthurio Koero Kora Gasiana Siaka Anthony Muya, Temirio Nimwe Truma Mogwaja. It's too much. Too much, people. All right. These are the Mukora called Waidaka. Paul Waidaka. He wrote, I'm the above named Kikuyu male adults. These, can you put his picture? I do recall while I was at Njoro together with my friend Joseph Ndungu, we received a call from a lady by the name Alice. She said that we met somewhere in Njoro. We meet somewhere in Njoro, a hotel by the name Raha. So she told us she wanted us to discuss a business with us. We met in that hotel with other people, so she introduced them as her father named Muya and another brother-in-law. I don't remember his name. So told us that she has been sending money to her brother to buy land and also to construct. But after that, that had been bought and the flat had been built by her, her mother turned her down and gave the property to her brother. She wanted me and Dongo to kidnap all of them. That's her mother, Martin Muya, Alex Muya, Anthony Muya, and force them to transfer all the properties to her father, Muya, and some to her, and after that, kill all of them. Two of them are Martin and Alex, were in Naivasha, and she wanted us to kidnap them and wait for her brother Anthony, who was coming from America, so that we kill all of them together. Like, this is nonsense. We agreed to give us shillings 200,000. We got they adjusted. America 200,000, but I think it was a clerical error. And she gave us a down payment of 700,000. She transferred, that's what we had said earlier. She gave us a WhatsApp number, which we will be using while she's going back to America. Now listen to this. On May 1st, 2024, we met with Anthony Moura, Alex Muya, Martin Muya, and Joseph Nungu at Safari Cafe in Naivasha. We informed them all the truth about what we had been instructed to do, all the plans his sister Alice Muya was planning to do to them with their father. We even showed them the communication between Ndongo and Alice, which were communicating through WhatsApp, and all the transactions which was done by her, even their father who was not aware. We had informed his sons their plans, and we put the call on loudspeaker, and they heard for themselves after we agreed to go to report all this to the police station so they can take action later on May 3rd. We recorded our statements. Now, this is a question. So you were given 700,000, right? Na mkaamua hamtafanya hiyo kazi. So my question is, hiyo pesa iko wapi? Ni exhibit kwa police station. Did you take that money to the police station as an exhibit? Because that's what you're supposed to do. Nope. You bought time.
Yeah,
You
that's
kept
good.
lying to her. She came back to America, no title, nothing. Remember you guys saying Ogola has died, so everything has shut down? Remember talking about Safari Daddy? Remember Ginyo Kugati Akafarafara Twekire Noria Kurete? Like some things, man. But anyway, when you're blinded with, like, Alice was given money. Why? Because she was fighting for something that's very valuable and dear to her. And she had already given money. So, you know, tunasema ukikula ng'ombe, usishindwe na kumaliza mkia. If you eat a whole cow, might as well finish the tail. The reason she kept giving more money because she had already given too much. So you have given over 2 million and you're asking for another 130,000 to finish the case and go corona karo so they can bring people together so people can forgive one another. It kept adding up until the day I spoke to this guy and I said, why are you guys asking for money every single day? No paper trail, nothing. And he said, I can find it. I will play it. Atinamringia. And then I insisted. And what did you guys do? You sent a fake title with a fake search. And that's where everything stopped between us and you guys. And Alice keeps saying, and she repeats this all the time, you could have shut off your phones since you had already taken 3.2 million shillings from us. You could have disappeared in the middle of the night, buy new phones or do whatever, disappear without a trail. We would have lost that money. End of story. But what did you do? You flipped the game and you wanted more money because now you're dealing with people in diaspora. Alice is exhausted. She cannot give any more money. Now you're working with this brother here. And like I said, money trail, follow the money. Don't think that if this thing was to break open, like if those warrants of arrest were to be brought here, like we couldn't subpoena your bank accounts and see how much money you sent there. You don't have a, well, I'm not a lawyer, but I know a thing or two. I know a thing or two. I to be honest with you, I'm worried. I don't know how much. We lost 3.2 million in a month and 2 weeks. It's been over 2 years. How much money have you lost, brother? When will you stop? What will make you quit? You stole Alice's trucks. You stole her money. You vandalized things, by the way. You vandalized Dad's home. Pictures are there. You vandalized somebody else's truck. They told me to never mention that here because it's family, whatever. But you know what you did? You vandalized her truck too. And she lost that truck to you. You vandalized another of your family member. I was warned, don't mention that name here. Because you paid your mortgage with whatever money you made from her truck. You're a thug. You steal from people. You've stolen names. Your wedding certificate, your birth certificate, even your kids carry a false name, my brother. Who's more in your family? Who? Story for another day. All right, let's go to Mami's statement. Rose Wanjiko. It changed. It's not Rose Wanjiko anymore. Now it's Rose Njeri in the new statement. I don't know what happened. something changed. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with names in this family. I don't know. I am the above named Kikuyu female. I state that, I'm not going to mention her age, whatever. I state that on Monday, the 22nd April, of course, she stated and somebody typed this for her. While in my homestead with my neighbors, workers, by the name Nahashon Kenyua, who was repairing my fence, I saw someone at the gate outside and I sent Kenyua to open the gate for the person. To my surprise, the person was my young son by Anthony Kenodia, who resides at Moto area in Molo with his family. I did not expect Anthony to show up in my house as earlier we had a bitter disagreement that resulted in a quarrel between us. Okay, I don't know about that, but I'll ask Alice, what was that about? As a parent, I decided to give my ear. Anthony told me that he had been sent by Alice. Alice is my elder daughter who stays in the USA with her family. Her father told me that Alice told him to come to tell me to warn Dan, Anthony Mwaura Muya, my son, who also is their brother, to stay away from Alice's plot. From Alice's plot.
Mm-hmm.
And never send his feet in the property, or else he will see. You know the direct translation.
Mm-hmm.
I inquired why those warnings to their brother, yet the property is his. Alice had sold to him, and the document bears Anthony Mwaura Dan names. There's Dan in brackets. He insisted that the property is Alice's. He left thereafter. Like Anthony, who also was supposed to be in this conspiracy to murder, is telling him the truth, because he's telling Mami, and he left. I wish to state that Anthony Mwaura is my sixth born. Stays in the USA with his family. He had landed in Nairobi on the 20th Saturday that day, 2024, for a business transaction. He had planned to visit me on the 27th, the 28th April 2024. The following day, Tuesday 23rd, Dan called me and told me that he had received phone calls from unknown people who were threatening to kill him, but he did not disclose more to me, as he told me he will come talk face to face. On Wednesday, Anthony Kenodia and their father, Francis Muya Wakafuti, were seen in a plot questioning and telling tenants that Francis Muya is the owner of the property. Do you people remember when I told you Dad was insulted?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody told him,
His son.
what did he do? To prove that he was a man, he went there. He went there and they could see him, because I think it's a high rise, they can see him walking. And he was actually, I think he was doing it on purpose, probably even waving at them. I'm here. You guys said I'm not a man enough to come and stand here. I'm here. So that was quelled right there and then. On Wednesday, April 2024, Anthony Kenodia and their father, I just read that. The property comprises of a plot and a story building. All those threatening are due to misunderstanding between Alice and her brothers for failing to side with her in her family issues. That's all I wish to state. People, I don't know, man. I don't know. This one says this. It's not like they sat down and agreed to Kianda. You know, when you go to write a statement, you're not going to be there with everybody. And because you're lying, you will forget things and you write things that don't make sense. You know whose statement I'd like to read? Oliver's. Can you find Oliver's statement? Because now that one has a totally different story. Where's Oliver? Oh, I found it. Now listen to Oliver. Oliver has another story too. It has, listen, I read these things. I am the above named person, Kikuyu adult, age these years old. and a farmer within Molo area. Nemurimi. I stay with my mother, Rose Wanjiku Muya, in her homestead compound in Molo area. At around this time, while at home with my mother and our neighbor's Shamba boy by the name Kenya, who was repairing my mommy's fence, they came, my brother and by the name Anthony Kinuthia. I overheard this communication with our mother, threatening her, saying that he had been sent by our elder sister, Alice Wanjiru. Your name just changed again. And a resident of Boston, USA, to warn our mother, our brother by the name Anthony Mohora, never step in any of the property in question, which is a plot which is with a story building, which Alice Alia sold to Anthony Mohora. He further said something bad will happen to them and they will regret. They exchanged bitter arguments where Anthony Kinuthia repeated the several threats. I decided to intervene by chasing him away from our mother's compound. Anthony Kinuthia is our brother. We are a family of 10, and he is the 8th born. He stays in Molo area, Molo sub-county. I further wish to state that my sister Alice Wanjiru is a resident who she had a good relationship with the rest of the family until last year, 2023, when she told our mother she was intending to get married to one Amos Mbogwa, who was earlier married to our cousin Carol, but later divorced. Our mother bitterly objected the decision, which angered Alice to the point of plotting murder to the rest of us, who were against the marriage, including Anthony Mohora, Martin Muya, Alex Muya, and I to be tortured alongside our mother. So Oliver was not to be Oliver was supposed to be killed. She was not supposed to be tortured and let go. I further state that Alice Wanjiru had a plot within Molo. She had developed a story building, rental, residential, which I later came to know she sold it to Anthony Mohora, who resides in Boston. After Anthony Mohora being against the marriage, Alice decided to take the property by hiring people to kill him. I came to know about the plot of killing through our mother. Earlier, the date and month I cannot remember. This year, Alice came in preparation for her marriage dowry ceremony. She came to our homestead together with Anthony Kinuthia and Charles Muraya, but our mother declined to open the gate for them. They stayed outside for half an hour and left. This is too much. For half an hour. Charles Muraya was actually now vindicated. He was Charles Muraya alisukumwa kwa hii kesi sababu alijaribu kupeleka Alice kuongea na mama yake. But you see, Oliver's statement is totally different from everybody else's. For her, the squabbles are coming because of Alice. This is the man they have put through so much. This respectable man right here. Now umesikia ati hata simu ikipigwa when these guys were here, the 5 kids, they used to go over there wait for the phone call at the supermarket. Wanaenda hapo kungojea simu. But now they have said that this man is planning to kill Rose Wanjiru and all the siblings with Dad and Alice and I. His brother Moses, who was not even in the event, was also put in this. It's too much. So let's go back to Mikoras. I am going to continue with where we had stopped. Sorry, I had to bring this because I'm trying to hone you guys in on where this story has been. It has so many moving parts. Mara tunaingilia huku, and then another thing happens over there. Huyu amesema hivi, mwingine amesema hivi. But the story does not add up. Like I said, they actually adjusted their statement. Where now the statement in Misoma were later fixed where we sent the fake title deed. Waidaka and Kamau they went back and changed their statements. Maybe I'll find it. I'll read what they wrote. But let's continue here with Mr. Ngugi. I think no, with the now Mr. Kameme. Kameme is gonna talk to Alice. There you go.
Hello.
Hello.
Eh,
Ure, no te guardo, de date gorosio
mwacira na ngugi.
rumo iyo rumo asira mo kwenda tweke atia tondu riu aho no me ni twambiririe horo uyu
Wa mbere o uguo wonire andu acio twamanete wira tondu to nio mohĩgĩrire maũndũ ma
migunda
aya naguo rĩu tũngĩkinya maũndũ megiĩ borithi mũndũ ũrĩa ũhĩgĩrĩire nĩ Ngugi tondũ nĩamenyaga tũngĩingĩra haha twaria ũũ tũgwĩka ũũ tũgwĩka tondũ nĩmwakĩrutaga ona njoro ĩno rĩu rĩ nĩkĩo niĩ ndigire atĩrĩ ndingĩhota kwaria tũnyitane na Ngugi nĩgetha tũmenye the way forward. Ĩni
nĩ mũgwĩka wega mũno tondũ rĩu rĩ nĩ mũthuri ũcio no mũkũrũ Nĩ mahĩtia marĩa ona mahĩtirio nĩ tondũ ona ithe wa Cikũ amentionire athuri arĩa kwĩrire athuri arata a mũthe arĩa erĩ arata acio aku erĩ a njoro nĩ mũbangĩte na njama gũtũragithia ũguo nĩcio nĩguo ciarĩ ciugo cia my brother koguo aya a Kamau mamũgwetire inyuĩ nĩ inyuĩ mwekire atĩa mobangĩte na baba tũkĩmahaya rĩu acio a Kamau na Waithaka no rĩu the good part nĩ atĩ indo ciothe nĩ inyuĩ mwĩna ĩnjo Ngugi ndarĩ na kila kĩndũ icio no cio rĩu mũgũthiĩ mũpresent mwandĩka statement yanyu na mũheana rũgano okorwo nĩ kũheana rũgano na mũneane indo icio ciothe tondũ icio rĩu nocio cigũteithia tondũ no nginya maheni ĩrũgame nĩgetha maheni monekane
hau nĩguo tondũ rĩu rĩ Ngugi niĩ nowe tũiganagia nake tondũ na rĩu nĩ twatigĩrĩire niĩ ona nginya nĩ ndathiĩ na nĩ ndaigwo bikibiki ene
ĩni
na tũgĩteithanĩtie na Ngugi nginya tũgagĩpambana na ũhoro ũcio niĩ ona ndaikio thĩinĩ Ngugi nowe mũhagĩri rĩu tũgĩpambana nginya bikibiki ene ĩkĩrĩka harĩa hagĩtigarĩte rĩ no tũrang'ang'ana ũguo niĩ nĩ njũĩ maũndũ macio rĩ nowe ũngĩhota gwĩka atĩa ona mũthenya nĩ oĩ atĩ Ngugi nowe ũngĩtoria ũhoro ũcio
mũtigeke ũguo mũgĩke ũguo inyuĩ mwĩke ũrĩa mũgwĩkana na kũu ũguo tondũ rĩu no makĩmenyire kũhũra rĩu inyuĩ nĩ inyuĩ ingiuga nĩ inyuĩ mwĩ ground rĩu niĩ ndĩ gũkũ niĩ ndingĩhota the match I can do no kũhoya wakinya nĩ kũrĩra ngakĩrĩra ndatinda ngĩrĩra nĩ kũrigwo atĩ rĩma mũthuri ũyũ wa mĩaka 75 rĩrĩa agĩrĩire gũkorwo hake akĩnyua gacai kana gacũrũ rĩ na ciana ici no kũmũgia iramũgia rĩ ciramũgiĩra kĩ it is very sad ona cia Kamau na Waithaka acio ta ciana ici ciake atĩ nĩ mũgũtũmĩra mbeca mũnyitithie thoguo na reke ngwĩre cira ũcio wokĩte nginya ona gũkũ America tũthiĩte tũgacira na nginya na my brother gũkũ tũgatwara na igoti-inĩ okĩte akaniripoti atĩ nĩ ndĩrabangĩte na baba na athuri arata baba kũmoragithia no nĩ tũthiĩte igoti-inĩ gũkũ ĩni nĩ ũhoro ũthiangĩte na nĩ ũhoro tarĩ mwega no rĩu woka gũkũ rĩrĩa arũkire gũkũ ona twathiĩ igoti-inĩ rĩ ona njaji akĩmũragia akamũria mũndũ ũyũ andũ aya ũranjĩra nĩo ũranjiru nao rĩ na nĩo manjiraga na your sister rĩ kaĩ guo ũtarona mararĩire your sister marĩkia kũrĩa your sister rĩu nĩwe mararĩa tondũ mamwĩrire atĩ o nĩ makoragwo me undercover police
You hear this? These people, man. These people. So let me do this. I want to talk about this guy here and how he described Mudhuri Yoshio witagwo Charles Muraya, and I hope Charles Muraya is watching. Muthuri ucio uhetwo gitio Moro ngima. Watu, let me speak Kikuyu here because I want people from Molo to understand the hate that this guy spewed about Mr. Muraya and the reason they were actually pushing for him to be arrested. Listen to this.
Mundu akarigwo na niki muranjira tondu andu aria maramucirithia no marari nake nona ndakona handu hau hena hinya no ta wito guo ni withie tutioine nawe njui madamu ri no hote kunjirithia na njirike
No, not that one.
nona
Not that
guo twikaga amu
this one.
ya hata kugirwo rucio leo kuzothire na kuguo ripo mothe auga negotie twako negotie ne tano wa munisa rucio aya magiwe kale moto mukoro ni aya oyo ngo ajiraga wagoira no ndare mathiko-ini ndiguaga no ucio ni oyo kaka karagie muno kai
Ni gaka
ndaruthi
Charuthi. Neither one. Somebody's dad, a respectable person. Somebody modwali kare baba wanyu. You call him gaka, ni gaka kairo. Paragoire, krato rondi vitari, kraso kyo thiini. I want to play that one more time.
kugirwo rucio leo kuzothire na kuguo ripo mothe auga negotie twako negotie ne tano wa munisa rucio aya magiwe kale moto mukoro ni aya oyo ngo ajiraga wagoira no ndare mathiko-ini ndiguaga no ucio ni oyo kaka karagie muno kaire ndaruthi Ogia mkasari, unazokiri, nezokiri odini, ako ido litare na isoko mo de no suya ndara. Dani ne idete mono. Yini ka kusiri. Ito mo ito mo do happy de kana tuyo. Niso se kana ko mo ire ko ya tanga di. Ito ko mo ire ka yete simila ko ni wona ke na ni que con la dinadera me dio mover todo el día en todo no la vez de todo de claro de todo para mí como era de todo que para no poner ahí fase foto veo que tú que la iban ni estaba sao anh có đang có nói cho cái hồi á anh nhớ quê bạn đang tao đi một cái là mình okay này có một cái đi.
What did you hear there?
Oh my God, these guys are crazy. But I'm just thinking, first of all, how do you guys get all this information?
Imagine amesema aje Danny is missing, he's hiding, and then he said no, he's staying away because there are things he's planning. And then this dude says mwambie atatuhitaji pale mwisho, so to prepare a sitting akuje tusalimiane. When I tell you people, they bought this case, and money changed hands.
But my question, let me ask you, Amos, because you guys have all this evidence, and if us viewers, it doesn't take rocket science to tell that all this is like cooked
to deduce the truth.
How come the court cannot determine? And it's just crazy.
The weight of this file.
It's every time it just mention and mention and mention like this.
The weight
doesn't even need to take a day or two.
So why do you think this file was summoned by the DPP and it never showed up again in Naivasha court? They still don't have, hata sahi tumepewa warrants of arrest, they still don't have the file. Why? Because they were abusing the file. because everybody was fighting for the file. Why? Why? It has weight in it. I'm not gonna say what that. I'm not gonna say what that means because that's a segment on its own. We're gonna wait to see where this goes. We have recordings for some other things. I spoke to my counsel and said, they told me hold back. Don't fight the people that you want, to vindicate you or exonerate you. And I know money is evil. Even good people will fall in the trap because there's a little bit of cash changing hands. Do people realize that there's a judge that recused himself from this case? Judge, alisema sitaki kesi. I don't want it. And he recused himself. Na hiyo story kaishia hapo. Because apparently there was protests that the file was missing. That the file atina judge alikuwa anaitisha mbuzi. It's too much. I was looking for those pictures from the protest. I know I have them somewhere. They went and hired boda people. Wakawabaia zile mavest is a reflective vest. Yeah. No case, no file, no case, no whatever. Some nonsense. The judge recused himself. And then we were taken to court number 1. Oh, picha ndo hizi zimepatikana. Look at these people. A protest nje ya koti. Na vibango. Yeah. And I see Martin over there with a brown suit. I don't know if you can see him. With a big file. You see that banner?
Yeah.
That banner had said no justice for sale, some stuff like that. So this was easy. The reason this file went to the DPP, and I believe, my opinion, this is my opinion, it never went back to Molo because it was being abused by some government officials. There was a lot of correspondence that was coming out because of this, and we thank the media people, because it wasn't for you guys shedding light on this case. Watu wengine wangua wameisha. It's either umeshikwa or you're sick, you can't even think straight, because you don't have to go to court to suffer consequences of something like this. You don't have to be jailed. Umekelewa kitu kama hii, you could die. You could die of mental stress. You could hurt yourself. Ulcers, blood pressure. All those things can happen because you can't sleep. You don't sleep well.
That's true.
Umekelewa vitu zingine yani mpaka akili zimeharibika. Like ever since I was born. Sijawahi siku moja kafikiria ati I'm gonna be on television trying to cleanse my name. Sababu niliambiwa nataka kuua watu.
Imagine.
And here I am. Thanks, Oliver. Oliver, I never met you. I don't talk too much about you, but you hit the nail on the head. The reason this came down is because I married your sister. And you guys know about it because you actually wrote it on a statement. While others are talking about conspiracy to murder, this, you actually spoke the truth. Uliongea ukweli. Tangu tumeshikana na Alice 2021, the base fell out. And here she is with conspiracy, with these, her things stolen. We don't even talk about that. Mpaka watoi walikuwa washahepa nyumbani. Wanaenda kuishi na huyu jamaa anaitwa Daniel. Because of the things they were injecting in their little heads. And these kids are like sponges. And thank God that resolved on its own. They have a brain of their own. And watu huku wezi wadanganya. Mwana wa America doge moya niya 2-3 times. They will tell it to your face. You're full of it. They will tell it to your face. Anyway, so I want to go to, hey, it's too much. It's too much. Remember the restraining order that was issued to us. Martin felt that he had a need to explain to Kamau Ngugi how we never cased about the homes and how Alice was actually reading things upside down. So I'm going to play just a little bit of that. I think we had played it before, but the audio was not clear enough. Today I have something better that you guys can hear this. Let's go.
Ki o mweri-ini wa wetano-ri nĩhĩndĩ twamenyo atĩ nĩ marabangaga kũũragana-rĩ, my brother agĩfile nyamũ ĩtagwo restraining order. Restraining order nĩ atĩrĩrĩ, ndũkanguhĩrĩrie. Haya, nona nĩ afile. My brother akĩheo wiki igĩrĩ. Rĩu mũndũ eragwo nĩwaheo ũguo wa file. No uyu weka ati ena right ya guka athikiririe nikio uraugite after 2 weeks agicoka after 2 weeks my brother will ikorwo ati information iria inayo ya kwidefend no photocopy to mutumire cia gukwa ati uria case irenderea go investigatewo yagia kiuga atiriri kuringana na uria onari ni tukunidi more information concrete kuma guku Kenya tondu riu akiugaga ni uria maraplanaga kugura riu akiuga ni arugamia kiria kiu nginya information na original documents itari photocopy ikinye koguo ni amba kuheria ki restraining order yo oguo niguo gwathire arauga riu restraining order ni cira wa kũũragana no cira ũcio ti atĩ kwathire atĩ tondũ gũtiarĩ na ũira ũcio wĩna maratathi ma original maumĩte gũkũ Kenya nĩguo mangĩamathikĩrĩ nĩguo mangĩamahũthĩrire no rĩu to matiakinyĩte na nĩwona rĩu cira kĩrĩa matirarĩkĩtie gwĩka atĩrĩ gũcokanĩrĩria ũira-rĩ nikio eheririe ucio niguo cira ucio ararĩrĩria no ararĩrĩria we upside down atĩ waragĩrĩria ũhoro wa nyũmba tondũ korwo nĩ nyũmba-rĩ ararĩrĩria kĩndũ aramenyania exactly rĩu haha-rĩ ndarora audio ĩno ya your sister-rĩ ona nĩ ĩrabĩba igana kwa igana exactly kwanza ũguo aramĩanĩkire uguo rĩu ĩrakĩeretha wega ũrĩa mabangaga alafu rĩ mũirĩtu ũyũ wa kĩrĩa-rĩ mũirĩtu ũyũ wa probation-rĩ wa gũtũmwo nĩ igoti-rĩ githĩ ndũrĩ na namba yake na namba yake ona nĩ ndaria na Ratemo ũyũ makoragwo na Rotich ũrĩa marakĩ-investigate akanjĩra ũcio kwanja nĩ kũhikia hĩtĩtie mũno nĩ agathiĩ ageta rĩu mũnene wake tondũ ndagĩrĩire gwĩka ũguo agoka tũkaria nake agacoka gũthiĩ bande ĩno ĩngĩ gũitia mbeca kwanza araiguĩka wega mũno akiuga anenge
My goodness.
Oh my good Lord. I'm sweating. Yo,
That's a bunch of dummies.
yo,
Like,
listen. You're talking about government officials over here. Mumekana wao mmesikizana, and you even mentioned their names. You already have a deal, and then this probation officer is coming now, crossing the aisle to come and ask for more money from us.
guys, mmesikia maneno.
Yani unaongea, who's Ratemo? Who's Rotich? You guys heard Martin mention your names over there. Like you guys had a good deal, and then Madam Grace, Nigrade, how many Grace? has crossed the aisle and is coming over here to blow up the lid. Is asking for more money from us, and then we exposed her. And then you people, Martin.
Did they get fired?
Martin, why are you the one saying who's to be arrested? Because the earlier clip that I just played, you were like, "Hemod radhi konyi to move." Nela no shiro ke kinyare. Akoro emonyite, emoikia gono. Then you over here like saying, let's continue. Let's continue with this.
Negerwo ngiri magana merĩ
Exactly.
ya kũhaka jaji na agatwara igoti namba 4.
Exactly.
Nĩ rangi na igoti athikĩrĩirio
Nginya igoti atĩ nĩtwĩrewanaga mũno na jaji wa igoti rĩu.
Exactly.
Rĩu ũguo kwanja itigũtũhe wega rĩu kĩndũ gĩa gũtũmĩra tondũ wakiri wona agĩthiĩ rĩu arathiĩ mũgĩ tondũ kũmenya atĩrĩrĩ ndarĩ na arata atĩ agũthiĩ gwĩka atĩ tondũ aya nĩ andũ mangĩenda kũthũkia ũira. Nĩeka wega ona ndũĩ kumĩra thaa ici tondũ waiga rĩu rũciũ nĩguo tũgũcemanagia na wakiri ningĩ rĩu tũbange wega nĩ ũndũ wa Monday. Nĩngũmwĩrĩte ndamwĩra nini kwenda ũkĩingĩra icira-inĩ ũyũ witũ ũmenye gũkorwo na andũ aingĩ mũno megũkorwo makĩũbinga. He mũndũ ũmwe twetereire anyitwo na anyitwo ũcio ũkũigua ũrugarĩ wa maũndũ ũyũ wao na Tembea anyitwo ũcio nĩ tũramenya nĩ gũkorwo na maũndũ tondũ wana Tembea nake nĩ ekwambĩrĩria gwĩka atĩa.
Arabu rĩ haha nĩ ngwenda rĩrĩ ona mũirĩtu ũyũ rĩ nĩ abatiĩ gwĩkĩrwo guoya.
What? Mwĩkĩraga andũ othe guoya? Baba mũmwĩkĩre heho ũyũ nake ekĩrwo guoya? How are you gonna do that? Do you hear? Let's continue.
Tondũ aragia na thimũ kwanza nĩwona nĩ mũtumia wa mũthee wanyu wahũrĩte thimũ ũtaraigua rera Alice nĩ mamu koguo Alice amwĩtaga mamu aya akamwĩra nĩ mamu na akagũrũka piũ Alice arabu handũ hangĩ ndaigua atĩrĩrĩ akĩũria Ngũgĩ no nginya ngĩramũhenirie nĩ egũthiĩ kuona mũthee na nĩkĩo tũngũniĩ ngũkũhũragĩra mũthenya nĩ tondũ nona Ngũgĩ ĩmwe na itũ mararĩkania ahũrĩire.
Did you hear that? Ngũgĩ is Dad's friend. That friend that knew all the secrets. That friend that brought Kameme, who brought these guys speaking over here with another guy. But he's saying it. He's telling it all. Ngũgĩ is with them. So whenever we're speaking to Ngũgĩ, as soon as we hang up, he runs over there to go spill the beans to them. And I believe this. Ngũgĩ was a friend, but money came. And he fell for money. It's a shame. It's a big, big, big shame. Money came and you sold your friend because there was come on, who pocketed all this money. The reason they were saying 1.7, I explained, because he was lying to you people. He was not going to tell you the true figure. Like he got 3.2 million plus more. Ngũgĩ, you know, we gave you the last amount when there was squabbles that you guys had a meeting, like we had blocked them, you went missing. We sent you 200,000. Ati ndo maliza hii kesi ndo mkuwe na meeting ya mwisho. I don't know whether you even give that money to them. Why would you give it to them and they're actually lying about how much money they had received? The reason you are trying to tell Alice, oh, so we can go speak to the Sheba. Come on, people. You have destroyed this family. You have destroyed your friend. Dad was out there struggling. He's okay now. He's back home. And he doesn't need you as a friend. Kikulacho, ingoni mwako. You knew all his secrets and you sold him out for a little bit of money. Kameme, we liked you. We allowed you to head our event over there as a traditional event. And you brought these Mikorans and you lied to us that you were going to go to Naivasha to write statements and support that, which you never did. So you could come over here and blah, 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 El Pulera, say whatever words you want to say. I know you are a part of the scheme. The points and the segment that I'm not able to connect is how you and the government officials collaborate. I don't know whether you guys go by and find these cases and then you sell it to them and you use specific government officials that you know, and that's why you took this case to Naivasha instead of Molo, to manipulate and extort people. I don't know why you are not in jail today. I don't know why you are never mentioned anywhere, not by those people. I don't know why you're not a witness for that or a witness with them. But Kamau explained that they hide some of you guys. Just so that if they ever get in trouble, nyinyi ndo mtakuwa nje mnawashughulikia. You are bad people. We meant well. We liked you people at the beginning. We thought you guys were genuine. But right now, I detest. And it's not over. It's not going to be over until it's over. It's not over until the fat lady sings, they say. What you have put us through, what Dad is going through, what Alice has gone through, and our kids, and I'm sorry to say, what they are going through right now because they know what's coming. The floodgates are going to open. With all these evidence, with all the contradictions, you say one thing here and then you say another over there, it's not going to augur well for you guys. No corridor, we don't have this evidence. No corridor, we don't have a mouthpiece. We have hired lawyers. We have spent a ton of money to cleanse Dad's name, to cleanse our names, and to make sure that this goes away. Then you can say, oh, I have returned the property. How? Did you come to Alice and give it to her? You know it belongs to her. Or you're just saying it to say it. Then your biggest fear now is what the original man could do, or what he is doing, or what he has done. You sued him. Why do you sue people? You hurt people and then you sue them to silence them? How fair is this? What have you done to our mother? Do you know what you have done to that woman? Munajua mmefanyia mami nini? In her old age, that lady, hata kama wame divorce na dadi, kama they are separated or whatever, she is supposed to sleep in peace. She's supposed to have a peace of mind. She's supposed to be in a quiet corner, inviting a few women from the village. Wanakuja hapo, wanakula ngumzo. They do their things. But no. You have destroyed her life. Nanda mtetea. You know why? If Alice went back to Daddy after 10 years and they reconciled, what makes you think she can't go back to Mami and it's only been 2 years and reconcile? Because you people have put a quagmire in there. You have lock and key, Nino Meshika. You are making sure that this doesn't work. You want to make sure, like you stated, you, Daniel, ona mami yake kuo mothe, ona nige kuo mothe, ido isi gothie kwe mundu ungi. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? You didn't know that we had all these evidence. You didn't know that we collected evidence. You don't know what else we have, just in case. I spoke to Kamau, that guy. That nungu that is talking to Martin, and he didn't like me at all because he said I was bragging. Because I'm asking questions. I know the audio last time was not clear enough, so I want to play this today. It's right here.
Amwe nĩ mehithaga nĩ ũndũ wa mũthenya ũrĩa wa mũico tũkahota harĩa gũcira mũthenya wa mũico.
Gũcira mũthenya wa mũico.
Mũndũ akarigwo na nĩkĩ mũracira tondũ andũ arĩa maramũcirithia no mararĩ nake. Ona ndakona handũ hau hena hinya. No ta rĩu toguo nĩ withiĩ tũtuaine nawe njũĩ madamu rĩ no ũhote kũnjirithia na njirĩke. Ona rĩu ithuĩ nĩguo twĩkaga. Amwe nĩ mehithaga nĩ ũndũ wa mũthenya ũrĩa wa mũico tũkahota gũcirithia mũndũ. Na tũkahota kũmwĩra itũmi ici na ici. Na tũmwĩre ithuĩ tũrĩa.
Yeah, I think maũndũ mothe nĩ gũtũma thiĩte wega. Na gwĩciria harĩa hararehera thĩna nĩ paper trail. Tondũ gũtirĩ kĩndũ kĩega ta mũndũ ũrarutĩra wĩra atarĩ ho. Kũmũikĩria paper trail na rĩu mũgakorwo nĩ he ũrĩa mwambĩrĩte no kũrwo mũndũ ta arĩ. Kũmwĩra ithuĩ tweka twakinya ikinya rĩrĩa tũramenya rĩngĩtũma wone nĩ maũndũ nĩ marekĩka. Kũhũrĩra mbica tũgĩkĩria kĩna. Tondũ rĩrĩa ũrĩa thimũ akanjĩra atĩrĩrĩ, twacira na andũ meho twareherwo akaneng'ania na mũcoka memende mweteretie. Watũrũgamĩrĩire kũrĩa warĩ cia wa mũthee. Na of course na ngũgĩ nĩ andũ rĩu makĩrũgamire na mũthee nginya igongona rĩako kwambĩrĩria. Na nĩ mũndũ ũgĩtũrĩte rĩu nĩ andũ hete gĩtĩo mũno mũno. Ona matikĩnjĩra no mandĩkĩre ũndũ njigue ngoro yakwa ĩkĩnjĩra ndaigua gũtigia. Tondũ rĩrĩa ndagirwo nĩ ma mũndũ ũyũ oka na kameme na ngũgĩ. Ndamerire angĩkorwo nĩ maũndũ na gũgĩtuĩka he nĩ ũndũ mwĩkĩte na nĩ maũndũ mwĩkaga rĩ. Nĩ ndaugire bata hatigakue mũndũ. Ona twamuonirie nginya rĩrĩ.
Bata hatigakue mũndũ. Since you guys are telling us that you're undercover police and you are sending us pictures talking to our brothers right here. That's Martin's office. How did you know where he works? I don't know. How are you able to find him? That's Alex. And Waidaka. How did you know where he works? How did you know how to find him? You guys were all together the whole time. Don't tell me you are undercover, like, oh, you can track his phone and you can go wherever he's at. You guys were together the whole time. Alex, Daddy called you Special Judas for a reason. Because you play both sides. Unacheza pande hii, unacheza pande hii. Kikiumana pande hii, unarudi hapa katikati, unajaribu kurudi pande hii. How did you meet this man? And then you guys are acting like there's a quarrel. Like, yani, ni kama mnabishana. Nani aliwapiga picha? Huh? Who took the picture? Just say, where were you when all these, what was happening? It's horrible. It's ridiculous. Let's continue with this. My conversation between me and that guy.
Gina videos ya mage twaneka.
Genera bata hatigakue mũndũ.
Kũraga no guo kũru.
Kĩrĩa ndĩna bata nakĩo.
No property. Thengio mũthuri.
indo tondu nigo tunyu turatunyuithio haha no gutigakorwo atiriri ndirakiritira gucokeria indo ciakwa ndacoka ndagwa irima riaku ngagioka nginya tiri ndagwira atiriri muthuri andu aria na.
Did you hear? He did exactly what I told him not to do. It's like I jinxed myself. I feel like I jinxed myself. I told him, bora msiwe mtu. And then, also don't throw me in a hole of abyss. An endless hole where I'm falling and there's no end in sight. That's exactly what he did. And this guy, they also don't let you speak. They interject, anakukata, he's telling you some nonsense, some other things that don't add up. And manake, Ngugi alisema, Alice wanamuweza sana. Because she'll sit over there and say, yes, yes, sir, yes, yes, nigua, gayawasho ameni, nigua, gay negoka. No, these are demons. Shetani hawa. Let's continue. Ndo kamalizike tuende another chapter.
Now, adoria saboti gekebikia. Adoria nao maratuthekerera ini gukorwo maturite marite indo citu. Riu magwaga na mitheko. Ni kuiguaga ati ithuĩ tũgĩcirutĩra indo citu ri ona nĩ kũrĩra tũrorire.
Nĩ indo kĩo tũrainũkio.
Na no ona riu haha hena indo cia mũthenya. Hena indo ci. Mũthuri ũyũ maramũthigĩkagĩkia agathira agathira ci. Na ũkĩrumi kĩrĩa nĩ Ngai ũrĩa Ngai ũthiĩ akaringĩra mũndũ kĩama. Ukona mũthuri ta ũcio nĩ arũgama na ni ndetĩkĩra rĩu gũka gũkĩmũracĩria nĩgetha ndikinakĩrĩre kũhe mbeca oro ũguo tũ. Ngĩka maũndũ makwa nĩgetha ndĩmũracĩrie maũndũ make magĩre akorwo mbeca acoke mũciĩ. Na gĩtĩo nĩ gĩcokete mũthuri ũcio nginya nĩ araheka gĩtĩo. Ona nĩ mũgima mũno. Mwanika. Rĩu inyuĩ na ithuĩ tũtiũaine rĩ na nĩ mwaka mwarehwo iga wa group rĩ. Na koguo maũndũ nĩ marekĩka wega rĩ. Tũkambĩrĩria gwĩciria atĩrĩrĩ ona mwarĩkia na maitũ rĩ. Ĩthania witũ. Nake tondũ no agĩkĩtwo ũguo. Ũkona hena maũndũ ma kũmĩrĩria. Na andũ aya mekĩte maratwĩkĩra ũguo tondũ tũrabika. Tũgwĩka atĩ ndĩ mũthuri. Kũruta mbeca icio tũmũnengerete rĩ. Kũhe ũhoro wa marĩ. Mũnene ta gĩtĩo kĩrĩa mũgwĩkĩra gatagatĩ gaitũ. Na andũ aya tondũ ona nĩ mekwambĩrĩria kũhona rĩ. Tũngĩenda tũrĩũrĩke na ũrĩke narua. Nĩgetha rĩu tũmareke ona othe mathiĩ makahone. Na harĩa gũcira mũthenya wa mũico.
Sorry.
Mũthenya wa mũico nĩ ũrĩkũ?
Because they were telling us, oh, the last day they're gonna bring everyone together. And it goes for 2 days. They're gonna slaughter. They're gonna talk to people. They're gonna bring like some elderly people from wherever, Mijikumi or Nyumbakumi, whatever, and everybody will forgive and let go. Come on, like I said, they knew all the squabbles, all the issues that have been in his family. Stories at the Tango Kitambo, stories at Nini. So they're injecting all these things saying, we will cover every single thing. We will make sure there are no more issues in this family. Mwashiraga na andũ marĩa akuũ. Kana mũngĩarahire mĩtwe mwĩkĩrĩte tiki torch mũcige hau ũguo. Betty.
It's crazy.
Hebu toa maoni hapa.
Yeah, obviously, unajua, from the evidence is out here. Like, you can tell, you guys, Majipanga, you have all the evidence. I don't even know why hii kesi imeendelea for so long, because
it's gonna be over soon.
Hata I need mtu kushinda akielezewa. Like, everything you've shared, and I'm so glad that you have a lot of evidence to back up whatever you're saying, because if you only came out here to say, oh, this is what happened, this is what they're saying, this is what's going on, people will have some doubts, people will think bado hatujakuamini vizuri, because such allegations are they're bad ones, especially like conspiracy to murder. Those are terrible allegations. So the thing is, I'm so glad that you guys have a lot of evidence. All those even phone conversations, they are making sense to everybody that is watching. So even ni vizuri sana, and I'm so glad that you brought it out here for everyone to see. As you said, watu huko kwenu wangekuwa wanawabeba vibaya, wanaona hawa watu ni wale wanataka kuuana huko, wanaotaka kuua familia yao. I can only imagine before you guys muongee hii story, like people are judging you, but at least now if anybody opens the mouth and say, hey, akina Alice na Amos wanataka sijui kufanya nini, anybody will say, hey, haven't you seen? They come up with evidence, and hii hata si kitu imeandikwa, ni phone conversations. So I'm so glad that umeanika ukweli umeutoa. So everybody that is watching and everyone that will watch this video, now we know. Even if you see out there, you see something imepostiwa na bloggers ama wale watu wamelipwa na huko, uone sijui Baba Alice amepostiwa huko ama akina Alice na Emo, just know hizo zote ni stories za mkorogo.
All right, so let me take them. I know we're running out of time, so I'm gonna play one more clip. I might skip, but
I don't
this is
want to make it too long.
Kamau explaining excuses for sending a fake title. You listen to yourself. After we presented the fake title they sent to us, walirudi kotini, walienda Naivasha, they amended their statements and said that they had to fake a title to buy time. But the question is, we were sending you money. Why aren't you giving his money as exhibit? That's how you happy. Listen to this.
Hey. Hey. Alafu kuria tuli. Hey.
Okay, Bura.
Magira gutumira video hone kuria tuli. Tondu ni ratuma. Oh, wow. Alafu Bura mundu wakwa ma. Kogo kwina Bura fio no tole kodo kugi kwina Bura. Jamu akidio kana le bare tuokire. Hey. Oh, okay. Era happy. Hey. Era mesha jina jaja gari. Oh. Umukinyetie ko? Ure. Tokwala ato tuthie ta kodo gwetwa moro. Tuthie moro. Odo ito hike rocio wega. No.
Remember, these people, they have already sent us a fake title. But they are saying they are going to go to Alice's apartment to evict people. They were going to try to go there and evict people. And Alice is asking, how are you going to go there with a fake title? And plus, you listen. You be the judge.
No, title atakereo. Atwere ni atia guthire gwathire akiruta uguo gato kumecenjia korwo ni njuru ndi murie na tondu ndarenda maundu ma thimu-ini muno ri ndigukimwira twakinya ni tondu taito iratuika yo gutire kindu ta kiu na riu kwanza riu ona taito ri taito ndu angi waitha kari nayo niki muthana ndumira kabisa.
That's that.
Ndio zero tu na atia kari picha ine waithakada amehorire. Waithakada amehorire. Wow. Tondu no nginya tukorwo na kindu turakompia. Sawa. Ndĩrenda mbere ũrĩa ũngĩ. Ndĩrenda tũmũkore. Ona irake ngũtĩra Naikuru. Tondũ waithakada angĩahota kwaria nake. Ni tondu ona ino ya Naivasha ona ya rorwo baba arora toni aratendaga kumenya kana ikiri yake iratuika ina mirika. Mirika atia? Mirika uria wari ho ritake na ritwa ria baba. Ya Naivasha? Ni.
So now listen to this. That title for his land is missing. Because when these boys went and vandalized his home, they stole it. And actually, he had a copy. He said it was a copy. The original has been missing. They took it. But there's a caveat on his land that they could not sell or do anything with it. But these dudes went and produced subtitle. I don't know where they got it from. But when we did a search on it, it's popping out with some milk. It's so hideous. It's stupid. So now listen, when you guy, these people, they were trying to finish us. Umeletoa title ya mtu mwingine uende ukafile useme ni yako. And then another case opens over there that you're trying to steal somebody else's land. Na umeletoa title umepewa.
By the way, hiyo ya kupea mtu mwingine fake title, first of all, isn't that a crime? Like,
it is a crime. No, there's a case pending. I told you guys there's a case pending between us and them. So yeah, he tutaenda. He tutapelekana. So all I know, they have money. Nasi wadanganyi, and I'm not telling anyone to go do this because you're gonna make money.
Oops.
You will make money, but you will suffer. You will suffer. Siku za mwizi 40.
My question is, nani bado huokota nini? First of all, hiyo pesa ya exhibit, mbona lawyer hajaiuliza kwa nini?
That's why there's a case pending with these people, because they don't like to talk about anything else. Ana kwa koti. That's one of the reasons we were gonna address some government officials there. They block our lawyer from speaking about anything else except the conspiracy to murder. They don't want to hear nothing else. They even say it out loud. Senior counsel, don't add new things. They're not new things. There are things that are correspondent to this case. But the file is never there. The file was removed because there's somebody up there at the top who saw sense in what was in that file and decided, you know what, wacha niondolea hawa watu hii file sababu hii italete fujo. I'm hoping that dad is gonna come here soon and talk to people and tell people where he's at, how he's faring on, what's been going on. Ameenda koti for 2 years. Wanataka arudishwe ndani. So we are working on part 4. We're working on part 4. So it's been 3 hours. I'm going to do my closing arguments. I like to do my closing statements. And then I will bring Alice in here. She will say the grace. We like to wind up with the grace. And I'm so sorry if I disturbed people's peace. Lakini lazima kieleweke. lazima kieleweke. Yeah? Oh, let me play one little more clip. Ngugi with title problems. Because we have stuff. I bring receipts. So let's do this. Because I might not revisit this story with Mikora. I'm bored. I don't want to talk about them. And if I'm going to talk about them, I want to do this in court. If this continues. All right, listen to Gogi talking to Alice about about the title problems.
Back it up. No. Nigo denio mode tio. Ate go denia tio.
Amaka to pala ngade ya pa oni ngam ka ti aure hai. Madre mara e kare amaton me kuma. Petra kinya moke. Tiga pa oni.
Leure. No na rinke tu tu mana kaya tayari na mutiridia. Na nedrere te Georgie ado rere. Georgie ado rere. Arajirate gotire kedo take gotire na baisho sia 320 whatever 324.
Wongo. I'm gonna push it forward a little bit.
Ajirate. Todo last week ni arorete. Na ekauma na ritwa Rose Wanjiku. Rose Wanjiku ritwa ria mami. Na niguo no menya ndwa niguo macokire makiuga ona mundu uyu ndacenjetie. No namba icio na matathi macio gutumeire 75 uyo ĩ hau iguru 75 ni camba ya cucu uyu wino ru twagurire agitinangia ĩ buroti. Ajira ndiagire gukorwo nekiuga block anywhere 75 ni camba ĩyo.
I'm gonna push it forward a little more. It's a one conversation.
Yeah. Nikwenda ero no tugikinya rucio ri ni tugakorwo tumenyete tondu ona no ndiranegerete the same information ithe wa muraya tondu niwe power of attorney wakwa no arauga we ndangika atia ndangitwara nyamu iyo bengi tondu agiririe kumindwarira bengi ndagemetwara we bengi ata confirmite we mwenyewe iko wana kenera tumanite ki sachi na acoka njira tondu nginya nirandaga tondu uyo uria ndirari suppose ku lawyer wakwa ni arandaga a copy of it na kametwarira lawyer ni matumire sachi umuthi kwa by the end of the day no tukumenya at the truth will come out anyway uwo ni gwenda
okay
the truth will come out gwenda go heads up yo ona muonana nao ona nwege ya baba ri muonana nao ri mere bado irathoma America mekira megwika riu agiko ni mekuhenania makenania kumania na hau mere the truth
I know.
Mere papa rora irathoma bado America ethomaga America uria yandikitwo taito yo mbere irathoma America ngororere
na no ari na taito yo
no wari mwene taito yo iria maugaga ati mutumia uria augaga ati amunyitithitie agatia yeah no na kirwa tere marabanga guthi kuingata andu maraingata na mutiri na theri taito yeah
I think that will be it. It's too much. So, number one, I want to say thank you very, 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 very much to all our supporters, people that have been following our story. It has been a story with different stories, like a building. So we went from the basement, we came to first floor, took off second floor, now we're at the third floor, and we're hoping we're gonna make it to the. But I'm hoping that this could end before we make it to the fifth floor. It's been a tedious journey, sleepless nights, a lot of thinking, trying to preserve evidence. Sometimes you're worried that you're gonna wake up and the next minute your phone broke and you try to transfer your things then and they are no longer there. You know, things get lost. Electronic files get lost for good. Sometimes you delete things thinking you're deleting over here and then you delete even your cloud. But God has been faithful to me and my wife, Alice, and our kids and dad and our supporters, people that support us. At the beginning, it was, we didn't know where this was gonna go or how it was gonna pan out. But so far, I can only sit over here and say, I thank God for where we stand. I thank God for what I have seen, and I thank God for what I think is gonna happen, you know, in coming days. Everyone is aware that we were issued warrants of arrest, which within 72 hours was put on hold by the High Court. There's a review for the same coming up on 7th, it's next week. And we still tunataka maombi. Tondũ nĩ njũĩ ngoma nĩ okaga. Shetani anaweza kuja, unaweza sikia story imebadilika, sijui wameenda wamefanya nini, whatever. But I believe where we at, because they're asking for, we were asked, actually yesterday I was asked to send some of the evidence that I present to you people, which I have compiled and I have posted. I have sent it to my counsel. I believe somebody is finally looking at this case and looking at it with a magnifying glass. And like we said, it doesn't take a rocket science, Betty said, for somebody to realize that this was all a cooked plan by some goons and people that were, led by greed and, just wanted to make money while hurting other people. I understand that they are family vendettas. Every family has those. People, siblings trying to tear each other down. Those things can be settled in a civil manner. You don't have to be in court fighting your brother, your mother, your father, and being there for years and years and spending all this money hiring lawyers and being conned by even the government officials. Ever since we started this case, we have received a lot of pouring support all around the globe. I have people coming from Australia, England, Kenya. Some people don't even speak our language, but they're sending they're sending support. I also realize I'm not the only one, me and Alice, that are going through this. Yesterday, I spoke to one lady from, I think she's from Missouri, who has gone through hell because her mother gave her property after she spent millions. Her mother gave that property to a cousin, an uncle to this lady. She has spent money trying to fight the case. It has gotten to a point it's like she's given up because everybody is taken from you. To a point where one person was mentioned there, and I didn't take it lightly because I also spoke to that person. That guy called Kibe. You extorted that woman. You stole her money and you didn't do what you promised to deliver. I know you have helped people. Some people have come out of jail because of you. But you know what they say? Get together fresh at the same time. So you have to decide. You're either good or bad. But you can't be helping some people on this side and then you're hurting people on the other end. I spoke to you. You lied to me too. But God has blessed me with a sixth sense. I see BS even before it lands. If you're helping people, do it wholeheartedly. Don't hurt people while you're taking from others. While helping others, you're taking from others. It's not fair. The media groups, those people that are paid to post whatever they get paid for, even without investigating, you have tarnished Dad's name. I said, go Google Francis Muya Naivasha and see what you see there. Tell me if that's okay. After all the evidence we presented over here, nobody has ever called him to hear his side of story, except for Jeremy Damaris, who went over there and spoke to Dad twice. All these other media groups, Inoro, KTN, Kameme, Citizens TV, Yanayojiri, you guys are quick to report one side of the story. Nobody has ever reached out to us. We are reachable. Soma Amps 2014 at Gmail is my email. Reach out to me. You want to talk to me? You want to do an interview? I'm available. Alice is available. Dad is available. Soma is my name backwards. Soma is Amos backwards. Soma Amps, AMPS, 2014 at Gmail. Reach out to us. We are ready to stop this nonsense. What's being done to the diasporans. Our cases over there in Kenya, Aziishi, I have a friend in Britain. The husband ran to Kenya, went and changed all the documents, stole from her. Millions. She had the original documents, didn't sign anything. But that guy was able, I don't know, it's like a genie. He was able to do stuff over there. Divorced the girl. Dem anaenda nyumbani nafikiria ati nyumba ni zake wamejenga na anaenda nakuta kuna bibi mwingine nyumbani. The guy went over there to Kenya, stole her everything. She was shipping cars to Kenya. In the name, they can retire together with the husband back home. She had to start from scratch. It's not fair. The lawyers, the people she was trying to use, the investigators, they were all taken from her. She quit. She said, you know what? Enough is enough. It doesn't have to be this way. And I'm not saying that there are not good people, good things happening in Kenya. We can invest there. We will invest there. But family members, you don't have to kill the people that support you and help you when you're in need. Stories of mashamba. Why is one land being sold to so many people? Wewe umeuziwa shamba, umepata title, you start developing and then somebody else shows up and they tell you, oh no, this is my land, and they have the exact thing that you have. The government should look into this. And if somebody is doing this to good wananchis, they should be put out of business and put to jail. Let's fix our country. We did not run away from home. We came to find a refuge and to be able to help our people. The diaspora economy is helping Kenya stand. We affect the economy. The much money we send to Kenya, it's a lot. Let's keep it alive. We can survive this. We will survive this, and we'll do bigger and better things in the future. Our politicians, our government officials, please, I'm pleading with you people. When it's a diaspora case, usiangalia sababu all these people, they are making dinars or they're making dollars or they're making whatever country these people could be at. We are all doing what we could to help our people back there. Don't be that one person that, you know, the last straw that broke the camel's back. So you come and you diminish us to memalizika. We stop sending money to Kenya. We don't even care anymore. No, let's keep it alive. Let's keep it going. Let's come visit. December, we run away from the winter. Tunakuja huko, tunapiga sherehe. We spend money over there, you know, or whatever we're gonna come over there and do. Build and develop things, you know. But don't put that skidonda in my heart. Like I feel like I would never want to return to Kenya. It's my country and I love it, and I would die for it. Please, please, please. I'm pleading with you, the government. Look into the diaspora cases. And those government officials that are taking advantage, they should be without a job. They should be without a job. Na nyinyi watu wa diaspora, collect evidence. Collect evidence. And usidanganywe. At your, so whoever you're sending money is the person doing everything for you, investigations and all, whatever. Have a private investigator to look into your things, your projects. Do some research. Some companies are fake. They're coming up with fake things. They look real when you're talking to them. You send money and then they just rob you and they disappear. Do some private investigation before you invest. We love you, and I love people like I love humanity. And I love humanity like I love food. And I love to love. And when I love 100%. Alice, come back in the picture. Say the grace so we can wind up. Thank you for listening.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. We really appreciate your time. It's late here. And All we can say, may God bless you. And we pray that what we are going through is going to be a lesson to everybody. And we don't wish for any person to go through what we are going through. We just want, we just want to clean our names. We want to love and be together. We love our family, but, we have to speak up. I am not going to allow myself to die or get into the depression because I kept quiet. And then when I'm dead, some people will come and say, why did she speak up? So I'm speaking up so that I can just let my soul, have peace in my soul. Otherwise, we love you guys. Thank you for your support very much. And as we said, you can inbox us. You can give us a call. We have received multiple calls since last week. As Amos said, he spoke to somebody even last night for like hours. And we thank you guys so, so much. And let's continue supporting each other. Let's continue standing for each other so long as we are standing for the truth. Let's stand for the truth. And Betty, thank you so very much. We appreciate your time. And we cannot pay you. We cannot be able to pay you enough. So, but we appreciate every single time you have been here with us. And we thank you very, very much. And everybody else, asanteni sana, Mungu wabariki. And we say the grace. Or do you have anything to say before we say the grace?
Yeah, let Betty
Betty?
say something.
No, I don't have much to say because we've said a lot. I can just say you guys stay tuned for part 4. God willing, we're gonna bring your dad here to,
Yes.
because we've been mentioning him, and
Yes.
maybe some of the people don't know. So yeah,
Okay.
don't know
Thank you
him.
very
Yeah,
much. Yeah.
it'd be nice
Yeah.
to bring him here, and it's my joy. It's my joy to see everything go well for you guys. And I believe someday we are not doing this in vain. I believe all this will come to an end someday, and we shall celebrate what the
Yes.
Lord has done. Yeah.
Yes.
At the end of the tunnel, I believe there is some light.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So,
Thank you so very much.
So let's
yeah,
say
thank you
the
for our
grace.
viewers, everybody who tuned in to stay, everyone who is watching, thank you so much. Even the ones who are going to watch after this, we appreciate you, and God bless you. Yeah, we can say the grace.
All right. The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ,
and
the love of God, and the
the
fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us now, all of us, now until and forevermore. Amen.
And
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Thank you.
Shalom. Shalom. Thank you so very much. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Thank